It's us.
It's us. We're
My
here.
hair looks so crazy today. Very voluptuous.
I don't think that's the word I would
Very
use.
voluminous. Like a mane. I look like a riddy. Hi, Terror. Hi, Salad. How are you? This is full game playthrough if it works, because my tests were very rough.
I'm gonna try this granola.
Okay. Tests were very rough, so, yeah. We'll see. I'm gonna try to fix this green screen just a little bit. I'm a little worried about how,
Don't make us disappear.
That's not better, is it? No, that's a little too much. Hello, Arox. Hello, Celeste Danielle. How are you? I think you had messaged, or not messaged me, but commented on my YouTube recently. Thank you for coming live.
Is my hair disappearing? No, it's not.
Mine is
My
a
head's
little
just
bit.
My head's just shaped weird.
We're gonna just do our best. Please bear with us, as I will probably be having to stop a lot in the beginning to try to figure out tech issues, and if we end up kind of stuck and not able to really find a solution for a problem, we may have to call stream early until I can figure it out. I just kind of want to give that warning ahead of time while Holland focuses on snacks, that we're just going to do our best for this stream, and just hope for the best, because my tests were not super successful. Arox just redeemed a compliment. Arox is always so excited about streams, and he always brings a lot of energy into the streams, and I appreciate that about you. Always coming in to hype people up, and that's definitely appreciated. So Holland's looking up because I have to use my TV as a second monitor, because I have to shrink the game so tiny in order for it not to overload OBS, that we needed a bigger place to watch it. So
this stream was brought to you by Penny.
Penny!
Do I click this?
I would
It's all I
swap.
got, enjoy.
Oh, thank you, Salad.
What am I clicking?
You need to switch scenes to PC games first.
Ah. Okay.
And
then
then
click this?
Yes.
Fingers crossed, guys.
I would maybe move the chat first down to the bottom so that we can, not all the way, but so that we can see, and then that way we won't miss much. Alright, there we go.
That's so far away.
You can move that
I'll
wherever
put it
you
right
want
here.
it. Yeah. Oh, Salad doing the same thing. We're gonna try to play Midnight in Salem, but it might not work because it overloads my screen. So we're really hoping that it works. Really hoping that it works. Please let me know if it don't work.
It's loading.
Thank you, Salad. Hi, Puffy. Hi, Hammer. Hope y'all are doing well today.
I have not played this game, so no spoilers. Ooh. Wow. Look at the graphics.
Thank you for the post, Hammer. Appreciate
Why is the
that.
grass moving?
It's the wind.
No, it's not. Because it's not moving like this.
Then they did
It's
it bad.
moving like this.
Then they just did it bad.
The camera's just zooming in and out of the grass.
I don't know. I'm doing alright, Hammer. Really hoping that this works.
New game.
No, I had to put the graphics on absolute lowest possible.
Which one are we doing?
Amateur for sure, I think. Well, I don't think it really matters, but you might want to do amateur.
Why, you think I'm an amateur?
I have to...
Dear
Fine.
Ned, Austria has been wonderful so far. Dad called. He wants me to get an old relic while I'm here. The Book of Apologies, which dates back to the
What?
17th century.
Is your dad
witch
Indiana
trials in
Jones?
Salem. I'll be going to Mosam Castle to retrieve it before I head back to the States. It's said to be haunted, so I'm expecting some good scares and mysteries. Ever yours, Nancy.
Yeah, things are gonna look like poop because it's the only way that I can get them to do anything.
Feels like ages since I was on my last adventure.
Yeah, it was 5 freaking years ago.
Are you coming in?
That's alright, Miss Drew. I prefer to stay out here.
So am I in
Why?
the castle in Australia?
In Austria.
Inviting in here.
Oh, Austria.
Yes, I'm glad you're enjoying
She sounds
yourself.
suspicious.
All of Judge Sewell's effects are there, just as your father requested. Although I will tell you, as I
Hello,
told him,
Angel.
the desk is locked, and I don't have the key. But I will gladly stay and answer any questions you have from the other side of this door. I recommend opening the window for some light. There's no electricity.
Oh,
here.
could I have been clicking
Well,
on stuff this whole time?
That room at least.
Not really,
Oh,
not
okay.
yet. Okay, so click to move.
It's not yellow. The arrows are not
It's
yellow.
not. It'll turn into a hand or a magnifying glass if you can get closer. Celeste says, I used to play Nancy Drew when I was little. I was never able to finish a game. We play a lot of Nancy Drew on this channel, so if you're interested in that, you've come to the right place.
Oh,
Did dirt
much
fall
better.
from the ceiling?
What a wonderful view.
So you hold the right mouse button, and slide around to, like, look around. And each scene, like, each time you move Nancy, you can, like, right-click and look around a bit. So,
What does that say? Click on the screen's edges to turn.
to turn, yeah.
What if I just want to look? Oh.
But, like, there's only so far you can look with the right mouse button before you will
It's
have
like
to
I'm
turn.
moving Nancy's head
Correct.
instead of her body.
Correct. So, like, left turns are going to be moving Nancy's body, and right click drag is, like, moving her head. So there may be certain things that you can only see when you right click drag. I need to finish this game still. Oh, do you? Oh, good. Nancy is now a tank.
Wow. The Hammer of Witches itself. It gives me chills knowing what it did.
Yes, indeed. A how-to guide for hammering out witchcraft. It was written in 1487 by a man whose name I won't even bother to mention because he used bunk science to send hundreds, if not thousands, of people to their deaths.
What kind of doctor are you?
I need to invert the controls with the right mouse button. Oh, does it, like, are you always, like, going the wrong way? It took me a
I'm
while to
gonna
get
do
used to that.
I guarantee you I'm gonna do that.
Now, if you have trouble reading the text as it is, you can click show text and it'll zoom in on it.
I can read it on the OBS screen,
Okay.
but it's a little. Actually, can you, I'm gonna wear my glasses for this. Can you, they're in my purse if you unzip the thing. The case is right by my wallet. Are you gonna read these? Do you want to read
Yeah.
them? Okay.
Do you want me to read them?
Yeah. It's
Okay.
tradition. It's tradition! Do you know what that's from?
I probably do. Hey, Riddy.
It's from Fiddler on the Roof.
Oh, it's been a while since I've seen that.
Tradition! I really liked that movie. It was really sad. though.
Malleus Maleficarum. I'm sure that's how it's said.
Isn't a malleus? A malleus is a body part.
I don't know. Part 3, second head question. Is that what it says? Oh, thank you for the host, Riddy. Have fun
I think
learning.
it's part 3, second head, question 4.
Okay. The judge should act as follows in the continuation of the torture. First, he should bear in mind that just as the same medicine is not applicable to all the members, but there are various and distinct salves for each several member, so not all heretics or those accused of heresy are to be subjected to the same method of questioning, examination, and torture as to the charges laid against them, but various and different means are to be employed using their various natures and persons. So how a surgeon cuts off rotten limbs and mangy sheep are isolated from the healthy, but a prudent judge will not consider it safe to bind himself down to one invariable rule in his method of dealing with a prisoner who is endowed with a witch's power of taciturnity, and whose silence he is unable to overcome. For if the sons of darkness were to become accustomed to one general rule, they would provide a means of evading evading it as a well-known snare set for their destruction.
So click this.
Yep, and also whenever you pick something up, you can also right-click, drag it. Not books that you open, but any other items that you pick up, you can right-click and turn to
I feel like that's even harder to read.
maybe. But any other items you pick up, you can right-click and drag to spin it around and move it around.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
The malleus is a small bone in the ear.
Gotcha.
So I was
Angel
correct.
says, I believe you're right. I think it's the other name for the hammer bone. How now, brown
It
cow?
is, which is, there's 3 bones in the ear, and the malleus is, I think it's the middle one, but, which I should know that because I work for an ENT. Can I not click this stuff if it's
Anything-
not a hand?
A hand or a magnifying glass.
Oh, a magnifying
This
glass.
Correct.
Judge Sewell's desk.
Judge
Ah,
Sewell.
yes. That desk is where he spent most of his time working when he wasn't in court. Custom made. If the Book of Apologies does exist, he would have written it at that desk.
And what's inside this alleged book?
Your father didn't tell you? It was a ledger containing all the names of the accused witches from the Salem witch trials. Judge Sewell had doubts about his convictions, and he wrote the book as a means to make amends.
Allegedly.
Is this a
Yes.
real thing?
I think so. I'm gonna Google.
Judge Sewell and the Book of Apologies. Is that a real thing? That's my question. Because it kind of sounds like it could be a real thing.
Yep.
Oh, I got it.
Judge Sewell's apology, the Salem witch trials, and
I
the
found
forming
the
of an
letter.
American conscience.
It's addressed to Abigail Hathorne Woodley.
What does it say?
I do regret to write to you in this state. I have been racked with guilt as my fervency of spirit was too great to determine a conviction just. He asks for her forgiveness.
Pretty much, yeah.
And for God.
It doesn't say that he wrote a book, but that he had diaries, and his diaries were found, and they compiled a book from his diaries. That might be one you want to click, yeah. Dear Abigail Hathorne Woodley, I do regret to write to you in this state. I have been racked with guilt as my fervency of spirit was too great to determine a conviction just. Relentlessly I have cried for his mercy, longing for his light to bathe my conscience clean.
Oh. Lights in all caps.
Yep.
But that's important.
Over recent years I have been sent punishments only attributable to godly wrath. 2 of our daughters have perished, my wife's mother as well, and our latest child did not draw breath when born. I must repent, lest my children forever be held in anger and contempt by our Father. To right the wrongs made in zealous blindness, I am writing a book I call the Book of Apologies. To be worthy of his mercy, I am traveling the world to note down all the names of those wrongfully accused of witchcraft. Let this be my final legacy, my only way to right the wrongs I have helped create. My guilt allows me not to ask for your forgiveness, though know that my soul remains forever tortured by the knowledge of what I have done. With regret, Judge Samuel Sewell. Is the hammer, strip, and anvil, or the malleus, incus, and stapes? I believe they
Stapes.
Stapes. I believe they push against the eardrum. Can Earbones be the name of the band, and can the members be named Malleus, Incus, and Stapes? Hi, Table Saw, how are you? Yes, we've got the new Nancy Drew here. See how it says rotate?
Oh.
So if you pick that up, and
Did she say something?
I don't remember what she said, and then you hold right and spin, like pull to the side, it'll spin it. So like sometimes you might find something written on the back of something.
That's kind of cool.
So it's a good idea to investigate things.
Look at that well-carved carving. Ooh!
A button!
Locked.
Gotta find the key.
Locked.
Find the key, find the key,
Locked.
find the beautiful key.
Locked.
Find the key, find the key. Oh, how
Locked.
happy we'll be. Do you
Locked.
remember what that's from?
Locked.
I was waiting to see if she was
Locked.
going to say it differently. but she
Locked.
doesn't. Find the...
Hi Disney, how are you?
No, what's that from?
From the Haunted Mansion movie.
Oh my
The
gosh.
bus in the cemetery when he's like, we're looking for a key, and he's like, find the key, find the key, find the
The little barbershop
Yeah,
quartet of
yeah.
heads.
Yeah, this game is very different than the others, Disney, so this game may not be the best one for you to use as an example game. Does it bother you that she doesn't say it's locked? And yes, for this you can also right click and hold. So anytime you see where it says, it's like you can spin around on things to get different angles. You can do up and down too.
And on the chest. But it won't open. But that's not really important right now. Some of
This
stuff
part
is
of the
very
game
old.
took me longer than
But it
any
doesn't
other
look
part
like
in the
it's very
game because I was just taking it took me forever to get used to like the controls
The
and
mechanics
stuff.
are not very helpful.
It's not. So you gotta find the key to the desk.
What?
Some of this stuff looks very old.
I do still
it doesn't
question
look
why they
like
had to
it's very
change
useful.
mechanics. Why did they have to do anything?
Some of this stuff
I don't know.
But it doesn't look like it's very useful.
Tutorial room, get used to Wonky.
Yeah.
You can actually talk to her if you want to, but I don't think it's any of it's required.
She's like creeping over there.
There's so few light switches and oh yeah, Tara sent me this thing where he saw on Reddit or
There
something.
really
I can't remember
isn't
where he
much
said
here.
he found it. But in this
Yes.
game, you'll notice that there
Judge
are
Sewell was a
tons of
Puritan.
unnecessary
He believed you should
unnecessary
only
light
have
switches
purposeful or
everywhere.
utilitarian
In this game?
possessions.
Yeah, there's just
Very
light
little value
switches
outside their
everywhere.
stated use.
If you want me to point you in sort of a general searching
There really
direction,
isn't
let
much
me
here.
know and I'll do that. But if you want to just keep searching, that's cool too.
Well,
Somebody out of boredom counted across a few locations and found like 48 light switches, none of which do anything. We don't feel like animating this character, so we'll just have her as a Steaming shadow in the doorway. Yeah, check through those papers if you like.
I can't.
Oh, one turned up, didn't it?
Oh
You
my
said
gosh,
Judge
are you
Sewell
kidding
was
me?
a pious man.
Yes, he believed in the healing powers of the good book. Of course, the Bible was also used to justify executing people.
Depends on who's reading it. It's often misinterpreted. Give ear to my prayer, O God, and hide not yourself from my plea for mercy. Sounds like a man full of regret.
Psalm 55:1.
I was about to say, it sounds like he did not write it originally.
No, yeah, David wrote that in one of those I am not okay right now moments. Which he had a lot of those in Psalms. We have to turn on lights from everywhere! Yeah, exactly.
I can't click any of these things.
Yeah, that was the only thing you could find is that one note.
I like
that
how
desk.
abruptly she like turns around at the picture. She's just like, like turning.
Dr. Hurst?
Yes, I'm here.
Austria's wonderful while I'm in here searching for this key.
How long have you known my dad?
Oh, Carson and I are not that close. He reached out to me because I'm the historian keeping track of all the relics here. And, as he guessed, we should have the Book of Apologies somewhere.
Lucky I was already here on vacation. I was quite surprised when he called and asked me to come. Though I have to admit, visiting a castle is something I've never been able to turn down.
This all sounds so
Do
suspicious.
these kinds of things a lot?
From time to time.
Do I need to talk to her?
I don't think so, no.
I'll
Bye.
get back to it.
Take all the time you need.
I do want to I did kind of give you a heads up, but I want to remind you that this game is like 85% conversations. And there's really not that many puzzles. It's mostly like find stuff and talk to people.
Sad.
So,
That's okay.
there's
Ooh!
like 7
No, I already
puzzles.
touched that thing.
Yeah. Do you want me to direct you a little bit?
There really isn't much here.
Yeah. Do I look up?
No, you you need to continue looking very closely at the desk.
The desk.
Yeah.
To find the key?
Yes.
Okay.
Like, you know how you found the hidden button?
Yeah.
Keep going along that, like,
Oh
brain
my
brain
gosh.
length. Yeah, okay, yeah. This is how the whole game is gonna go. There are some things where you're like, I'll just walk directly across to this door that's right in front of me, and the game makes you walk this way, and then turn this way, and then walk this way, and then turn back, and then spin around a little bit, and then you can go through the door.
I feel like I'm playing a game that is just not Nancy Drew. You know what I mean? It's like a game that happens to have Nancy Drew in it, but it's like, it's not a Nancy Drew game.
Yeah. It feels a little more like a Nancy Drew game later in the game, but it's still very different. And you get, I think, in my opinion, I got more used to the new Nancy voice.
Is this my inventory?
Correct.
Okay.
And then, of course, your cell phone is there. Oh, you didn't. Oh. Check. Ayo. Now, so you can use an inventory item and you can check an inventory item. To check an inventory item, you right click, and then to use it, you like pick it up with left.
Oh.
It's more of a Nancy Draw game. Was the person that made the design choice the same that made the wire puzzle and how? Probably. Hey guys, it took 5 years to make this game. We've already changed the mechanics and made computers act like potatoes. What if we took out most of the important aspects? The puzzles. Yeah. I'm trying to...
What a clever desk. It even comes with a labyrinth.
I'm trying to stay hopeful that, like, since this is going to be, like, a transition game, that, like, the next will be better. You know? But we'll see. I didn't think this game was bad by any means. It was just kind of simple. You talk up that desk. It is so clever.
I found it. It's here.
What? Really? Amazing.
It's
Why is she amazing?
locked
Why is she
behind some sort
amazed?
of cage, though. The lock says A-W. Any ideas?
A-W? No. But
Root
I have
beer?
some tools in the shop that might be able to cut it free. In my shop. I'll go. Meet me there.
Where is that? Hey.
Why can't you
wait
just
for
let me come with you? I don't like this doctor lady.
She's
The
pretty
Book of Apologies.
suspect.
It's locked. The Book of Apologies. It's locked.
It's locked. Nancy should have just hulked out and smashed the desk against the wall.
The Book of Apologies. It's locked.
I feel like this game is a bit more like those knockoff games inspired by Nancy Drew, like Miss Clue. Yeah, I could see that.
I can't take it with me.
No, which is so stupid to me, and you'll see why in a bit.
So do I just like leave?
Yeah, you gotta go to her office. Or whatever.
Nancy! This way!
I don't know why she doesn't just take
Where
the book
is
with
that?
her.
Dr. Hurst?
Oh.
Nancy Drew, it's Deirdre Shannon.
Deirdre? Can I call you back? I'm in the middle of...
Listen, I know we haven't exactly been besties in the past, but I'm in the middle of something big, and
Deirdre, I have to call you back.
Wait, don't hang up on me!
Elizabeth? Elizabeth!
If somebody was like, please don't hang up on me.
Hey! What are you doing?
Look
What?
at those 1992
They
graphics.
took the book!
Well, it's because I had to crank down all of the graphics so bad. How did you pick up that book? I
This is
couldn't pick up the
only way
book.
out besides the door. The thief must still be close.
Dee Dee, I'm busy. Yeah, exactly. A major plot point could have been avoided if Nancy had not been dumb and just took the book with her.
Well, wasn't the whole point that she's supposed
You
to
gotta
take
chase
the book with her?
Yeah, you gotta chase the thief down. She didn't take the book with her.
Stop!
No, but like she was supposed to. She was like, meet me in my shop. I can open it. So doesn't that mean like you should take the book with you?
Yeah, but Nancy's a big dumb.
Did I just jump over a
You did.
bridge?
Yes, you
Wow.
did.
Ninja Nancy. I'm not gonna catch this guy because I can't move.
Exactly.
I'm just clicking forward. We're just gonna run straight. Don't know where he went?
There he is.
Gotta move slowly.
Slowly. Oh, she's moving me now.
Come on. No!
What was Nancy doing? She gonna take a picture?
Got hit
Gotta
so
find
hard her
out
voice
which way
changed.
they went. Must be a clue here.
Okay, the key.
I want to put it in my inventory.
Then hit the X.
A.
Smoke pellets. I got 2. Gotta make them count. Vienna to Boston. First class.
Ticket to Boston.
I
This
wanna fly first
canister looks to have been used as a homemade smoke bomb.
I've never flown first class.
I say don't do it because you'll never go back.
Really?
Yeah.
This canister looks to have been used as a homemade smoke bomb.
So I'm not taking this with me, I guess.
No. Dee Dee,
Yes,
what?
Deirdre, what is it?
Dee
You know where I am right now?
Get out the laboratory!
As in, witch trial Salem?
Coffee.
These are so flavor blasted.
My cousin has, well, she's gotten into some trouble here, and I thought I could help her out. But it turns out the situation is much more complicated than I anticipated. So now I'm calling you to ask for some guidance.
You want my help?
Oh, yes, don't make this more painful. I could use your
Is
professional
Deirdre like the
opinion,
popular
okay?
girl?
Well,
Yeah, kind
it
of.
so happens
But
that
she's
the
studying
case I'm on is connected to
criminal
Boston,
justice, and so
which is
she
just
sometimes
nearby
asks Nancy for
Salem.
help, or Nancy
And I
asks
was
her
never
for
a
help.
big believer in
This goldfish is a black
coincidences.
spot.
Oh, are you sure?
I'd love to.
Seriously?
Like, obviously they're kind of
I thought
frenemies
I
in
had
Alibi and
ways to
Ashes,
get
but
in,
then Nancy
but it
relies on
looks like I
Deirdre's
have to
help
go to
in
Massachusetts
Deadly Device a
anyway.
little bit.
In any case, a fresh perspective would do me good.
Ugh, you're already annoying me, and you're not even here yet.
You're welcome. I think it might even be fun.
Oh, this is so the worst idea I've ever had. I'll pick you up from the airport.
Well, thanks for not making me take an Uber.
Dee Dee, you idiot! You cannot read that key as AW. Wow, look at that delightful car.
I appreciate you coming here, Drew.
I'm just glad you didn't change your mind and leave me at the airport.
Might have crossed my mind.
No, it's fine, Salad. I totally understand.
Excessive cheeriness under control, and we'll be fine.
No promises.
Where were you, by the way?
Austria,
Did I interrupt a vacation with Ned?
didn't you bring me here to help with a case?
Yes, I did. And that's it.
A fire? Was anyone
We've gone
hurt?
back to Secrets You
Happened
Kill.
in the middle of the night. No one was there.
Bye, Salad. Thanks for popping in.
The house wasn't completely destroyed, but the person who lived there had to move out. Just so we're clear, this is my case. I know you're a detective and everything, but this is personal. It's family. Well, extended. And from my father's side. But whatever, that's not the point. It's personal. You take my lead, okay?
Of course.
But
Well, I have done this a couple of times, Deirdre. And in my experience, we can cover twice as much ground if we work side by side.
you know,
I don't mind Nancy's
respect your
voice, let's
experience
be
and
honest.
whatever,
Me neither.
but family
It's
trumps
different, but I really
experience.
don't mind
It
it.
kind of grows on you
And I
after a
don't
bit.
want you messing
I mean,
it up by being
I like
too-
that,
To what?
she sounds...
You. You're a
I mean, she
question
sounds like a
machine.
teenager, but she sounds like
This
a
requires
smart,
gentle handling.
intelligent, mature teenager.
Yeah.
You know, not like, oh my gosh, I'm
that's
solving
the word.
mysteries.
Well,
Yeah.
like I say, I need help.
So, can I ask some questions?
Like anyone could stop you.
Sick burn. Is that the only question I can ask?
Why don't we start with your extended family?
They're cousins. The Perrys. Parry.
Oh, like in fencing.
Yes.
The voices do
And as
sound
the older
similar
one,
for a few
May
characters.
is
Reddy's right
younger.
about that.
They've
Some characters
They
you're
had
like,
a
wait, you sound
difficult
just like the other
childhood,
person.
Okay? And now May is suspected of committing arson on the most important historic mansion in Salem. And I know it's not true. I know it.
What can you tell me about May?
She has a reputation as a troublemaker. Seems like a loner to me. Maybe a bit odd at times. Sometimes she can even sense things before they happen.
Odd how?
I don't know. Troubled teen stuff, difficult time as a kid. Oddest thing is, she won't give an alibi.
That
Oh,
would
bye,
be seen
Celeste.
as
Thank you so much for
suspicious.
being here.
That's the problem.
I wish they had
Everyone is so suspicious
animated
of
Deirdre
her
to like look at the camera when she
Prejudice, I
turns
guess.
this way.
because of
Instead, she's like looking past you.
A little bit, yeah.
Sounds like we should talk to her soon.
where do you think we're going?
Now she's looking at Nancy.
What does Tegan think about this?
She's worried about May, obviously. Tegan isn't like May. She's upstanding. She works at the Salem Museum and doesn't know a thing about criminal cases, which is why she contacted me.
One more question. What can you tell me about this historic mansion?
It's called the Hathorn House, and it's old. Like, really old. And now it's been set on fire.
Nothing else significant about it?
That is the,
Well, yeah,
like,
a
most
lot of
obscure
things.
coincidence.
But one that's kind of why you're here.
Which is why.
The Hathorn House is haunted.
Ooh.
I like that they at least, like, did all that exposition, like, while you're in the car with Deirdre, instead of you just, like, standing in front of her house and being
Yeah.
like,
What do you mean, haunted?
Exactly that. There's ghosts.
Deirdre.
I don't believe it either, Drew. But I can't explain it. Everyone seems to think they exist.
I want to
With
try
so many sightings,
the,
even if it
Expedition
isn't real
Roasters
ghosts,
coffee.
something
Sure.
is definitely going
Do you
on.
want me to make you a cup?
I thought that
Just
maybe
when you have a
can
sec, not, like, right this second.
disprove
I'll go
it.
down in a bit. Nice title.
So, would you please get out of
Thank
my
you.
car and come inside?
I think that I'm impressed with the, like, cinematography choices they've made in this game.
Yeah.
Like, even though,
If
I
we're
mean,
going to work
you know,
side by
some of it's a little
side,
choppy, but I
you'd
think that
better
they,
learn to keep up
I
with
like,
me.
you know, how Nancy's watching her from inside the car and then gets out of the car. I feel like gives it a little bit of
You must
realism
be Nancy.
to,
And
Thank
it
you
does
so
look
much for
better
coming.
when I can increase the settings, but
Yeah.
for streaming
You know,
purposes
you
I
live
had
in
to
the
cut
same
everything
neighborhood
down.
for 20 years, and you'd
Which is
expect
not
your
good
neighbors
for her
to be a
interaction,
little
makes
more
their games look like
understanding when
crap.
your family
Yeah.
is falsely accused of a horrific crime. Oh, I'm sorry. How are you, Deirdre?
I'm good, thanks.
Tegan Perry. Welcome to my home. Well, our home. Although right now my parents are literally on safari in Namibia, so while their daughter is being convicted of a crime she didn't commit, I'm taking care of things around here. They'll be home soon. Hopefully. A very expensive courier is tracking them down in the bush. Top notch. I found him on the internet.
oh my gosh.
Deirdre tells me you'll be assisting her in clearing my sister's name.
Assisting? Yeah.
She's innocent. I don't know why she won't help herself.
Nancy Drew don't assist nobody.
A difficult reputation. Well, you know, Deirdre, what people here can be like. She doesn't trust easily, not since... I'm sorry, are you hungry? There's clam chowder, homemade.
Is that a
little
nod?
taste of New England. I made up the guest bedroom for you, Nancy.
A nod
Deirdre,
to
sorry, you're bunking with me.
like
Make
Danger on
yourself
Deception
at home.
Island.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Oh, I almost forgot. After
also,
you
like,
girls
New
get
England
comfortable, you two
clams,
should
you
swing
know?
by the museum. Might as well take in some history while you're here, right? Just don't get suckered into that witch's walking tour. Olivia Ravencroft is not a witch. She would have you believing all kinds of nonsense about the town being full of ghosts.
I thought you two used to be friends.
That was a long time ago. Look, I'm sorry, I gotta get going. Running late.
What is she
to an
doing with her
appointment.
hands?
Thanks, Tegan. I appreciate you letting us stay. Before you go, do you have time for a quick question?
Nancy.
Or
just got here.
17.
Sorry, I know you're in a rush. It
Nancy,
would
why are you
really
still
help.
sitting in the car?
Of course.
Deirdre,
I have
why
time for
didn't you
one
get out?
question, if it'll help.
Dee Dee wanted to stand in the road. Nancy stay in the car, puts her feet up just to enrage Dee Dee.
I will say, if this game is mostly conversation, it's at least, like, they do a good job of keeping it interesting.
Yeah, and I think the voice acting is really
The
good.
voice acting is good. There's a lot that I'm pleasantly surprised with in this game so far.
And I will say, like, as many problems as I think this game has, it pretty much all boils down for me to be like mechanics and lack of puzzles. But I think that I enjoyed more than I disliked. Does that make sense? Oh, your watch was talking.
I know,
to you.
I don't. I'm still figuring this out. I got a watch for
How
Christmas.
about you talk to Tegan and explore the house a little bit, and I will make you a cup of Expedition Roasters coffee.
Okay, which one?
I haven't even opened the Main Street Columbian yet, so I can if that's what you want.
No. I thought there were two on the counter.
There is. There's the Main Street Columbian.
Oh, then don't
We
open
haven't
a new one
opened
for
that
me.
yet, but we've opened
The Indiana Jones
the
one?
Fortune and
Yeah,
Glory.
yeah,
It's
I wanted to-
bourbon streusel.
Yeah, let me try that one.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna talk to these people.
I told Disney that he needs to reach out to Expedition Roasters and try to get a sponsorship for his channel. Yeah.
That'd be
Or
awesome.
the Magic Candle Company. I just feel like it'd go well with his brand.
Yeah, you should get sponsored.
I should.
What can you tell me about where the fire happened?
What have you heard about it? Look, I
good
appreciate
question.
you want help, but I don't want you dragging all that up and upsetting May. You told me she would be able to reach her. That's not the...
That's that's not what Nancy is asking about.
I'm sorry if I wasn't clear. I just thought since the Hathorn House is important to the town, you must know about it. Through the museum.
Oh, I'm so sorry. The Hathorn House fire. Yes, John Hathorn was
Wait,
one
what
of
did she
Salem's
think we were
founders.
talking about?
His large house estate was the oldest surviving structure from 17th century Salem.
Oh, is that all?
That was 2 questions. I said 1. But yes, he was also the big-time judge that presided over the Salem witch trials.
Is there some other fire I need to know about?
No. May's accident was in a fire. I just don't want her getting upset with unnecessary questions about things long over.
I understand.
You can read all about Judge Hathorn when you come to the museum later. Gotta run.
Oh, I only got to ask. What the heck?
You jerk. Tegan said you've been in town for days, but you haven't come by.
I know. I had to check in with your case at the, Look, I didn't want to bother you. How you holding up?
I've been accused of worse.
No, you haven't.
Hey, at least I got you to get off your butt and finally visit me.
Oh, this is the girl I was telling you about. Nancy Drew.
Nice to meet you. Oh. She really doesn't want to talk. This could be difficult. Any advice?
Do better? I'll be in the kitchen.
I know. You didn't say the magic word.
The kitchen table has a great view out into the neighborhood.
Can I snoop around this house?
Huh.
Oh, crap, no. Well, guess I'm going upstairs. Oops. It's old tutorial, dropping stuff on her floor.
I probably shouldn't be in May's room without an invitation. I probably shouldn't be in May's room without an invitation.
There's more light switches. More light switches. No, there's like 17 of them.
Are you counting light switches?
Yeah, there's so many. Thank you.
Hello, everybody. I'm back. I love those light switches. Oh, what secret did you tell?
What?
Tara said your secret is safe with me.
I don't know.
Oh.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah?
Smell this. Bourbon. You smell the bourbon? Bourbon streusel?
No.
Oh, okay. I think it smells good.
Do you mind if I look around the house?
Oh, you're so
Smell
weird.
this from the girl stream who brought you stool
I'm done
sample.
talking, okay?
Oh, what did she say? I missed it.
I don't know.
She called me weird.
Yeah.
Hi.
I'm done talking, okay?
Let's see.
And obviously you can check your phone too. You might have text messages and stuff. That says talk to Tegan at the museum and talk to Judge Danforth. Text messages.
Oh, look, it's the same pictures.
Mm-hmm. And these are all the people you can call. Oh, that's weird. That's from my last save.
Huh.
It's weird that they would save the picture from my save game.
That's weird.
I wonder if that's on purpose. I feel like that could spoil for people.
Deirdre's convertible. Looks strikingly familiar.
What am I looking at? I'm not looking at
The
anything.
car right out the window.
This?
The bumper
Right
of the
here?
car, yeah.
Oh. I didn't know what that was.
Next game, to make up for things, we need an actual in-game Ned. In-game
Rusty gone.
Ned.
Now that's handy. Never know when a bit of stubborn iron oxide will get in the
It's
way
good
of
they don't have the
investigating.
pictures from my game. So you took the Rust Be Gone.
Cool.
Hiking the Patagonian Highlands, Outback Safari, Survival Guide for the Rainforest of Myanmar. The Perrys have a real taste for adventure. Hiking the Patagonian Highlands, Outback
Remember,
Safari,
you can right-click
Survival
to look
Guide
around.
for the Rainforest of Myanmar. The Perrys
the
have a real
basket.
taste for adventure.
Dee Dee's in almost all of them.
I just like grew like 10 inches.
The Perrys recycle their paper waste. Good on them. Wait, what's this? Someone must have been upset. They tore this note up.
So you can...
What did it say?
You just put it in your inventory, but you can look at it. There you go. It's a game! First puzzle. Dee Dee is right there! I thought that extremely difficult labyrinth at the desk was the first puzzle. I guess it's technically the first puzzle. I just forget about it.
What?
There you go. It stuck together.
What? Those two go together?
I guess so.
No way! They don't even fit! What is this? What the heck? It does not fit!
Her Interactive was like, let's make a jigsaw puzzle that don't fit.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, hey, Timo. Almost like it's poorly designed?
Oh my gosh.
That
It's like
kinda
it's
fits.
magnetic. You just like drag them around and they go bloop!
At least those pieces sort of fit, right?
Guess so.
Good old magnetic trash paper.
Okay. This puzzle's just gonna do what it wants.
Cuts down on tape waste. Yeah, to have magnetic paper.
Save scotch tape.
By magnetic paper.
The music's pretty good.
Yeah. The composer for this game is married to the voice of Nancy.
Huh.
That's what she said in the podcast that I listened to with her in it.
With who?
With the new voice of Nancy. They interviewed her for a podcast, and she said that her husband is the composer for the game.
I know. That's what this note says.
Yeah.
We're going to all this work for a note that says, I know. Wow,
Yes,
that is so
it is a
helpful.
You can
no.
flip it to the back to
But
see if there's anything
why
on the
tear
back.
it up like this?
The prequel to I Know What You Did Last Summer.
There's nothing on the back.
Nope. Okay.
What a useless piece of evidence.
I know, right?
I know. While the suspect is right behind us.
On the back it says the Muffin Man.
Look, it's the Olsen twins.
Give me pizza! That was funny.
Do you like that?
Yeah. And May is in the other part of the room watching as Nancy pieces together the trash.
And snoops on her family photos. I feel like that's even creepy.
God, it scared me. I am so scared. I was like, what's going on in the game?
Where did I have a magnifying glass? Where did it go? It's like off the screen.
That's super weird. That's so weird. I don't know why it does that. Well, then the stream
Oh,
crashes.
because I can look in the fireplace.
Oh.
This cozy fireplace hasn't been used in a while.
I want this picture over my mantle.
Do you?
A dark, depressing, abandoned shack.
Well, guess what I got you for your birthday?
No way!
I got you the picture! Happy birthday! I love that there's a picture of a woman randomly opening a door. Yeah.
What?
On
Over
the
here?
fireplace.
I was not.
The
paying
third
attention.
picture is a lady just like opening a door.
Oh, that's probably a senior photo. You know how like when you graduate,
Oh, you think?
they like pose you in weird
It was like
things.
Tegan when she graduated high school, like.
Yeah. Oh, these mechanics though.
They're pretty rough. Oh, they might be contest winners. You're right. The Olsen twins. They won a contest. Have you checked around the kitchen yet?
I couldn't really click on anything.
Okay, that's fine. Art and pictures inspired by The Room. Oh, it was supposed to fit with It's Locked. I forgot about that. That they had a contest where you had to do like an It's Locked photo. So that was probably was a contest winner.
The neighborhood looks peaceful from up here.
Not the words I
So
would
this
use.
is the room Nancy's using while she's here.
Huh?
Candle. Light switch.
At least that one seems like a normal place to light switch. I haven't. My like left eye is itchy.
What does that say?
I don't know.
E.
Sid?
Sid. Looks like SH.
Don't worry, there are at least two outside her room too.
No, look. This is what I think is so
Oh,
weird.
you missed something.
Hold on.
Okay.
I'm showing you the light switches. So look, there's two here. There's two here, and there's two at the bottom
There's
of the
two
stairs.
right there too,
Yeah, and there's two at the bottom of the stairs.
and two right there.
Yes, outside. And
These people have never actually
One
stayed
inside.
in a hotel. Stayed in a house apparently.
no, I think they had one person, and their only job was to do light switches, and they really wanted to make sure they got paid.
Huh.
Remember to look at it, you right click.
Oh,
To look at something in your inventory.
ooh,
you
a
right-click.
coven.
What does this mean?
And you can always,
She and her friends had some really weird hobbies.
yeah. Tegan's photo. Coven.
Maybe
The neighborhood looks peaceful up
meant
here. Downstairs,
see-
it's just chaos.
see oven. So
Sea oven.
you have to go to the oven. Look,
Oh,
two light
okay.
switches here.
Yep.
Two light switches here.
There's some between the doors too. Right.
Yeah, two right here. Two right here.
Yep. Two over there. But you
Can I-
can't go over
I
there.
can't go that way.
Mm-mm.
Two over there. 2 at the bottom of the stairs, 2 right
over
there.
here.
Like, who has 2 light switches everywhere? How many lights do you need to turn on? No, can you imagine? Because you know how some people, have you ever been in a house and they have like an upstairs and a downstairs and the light switches are on the top of the stairs and the bottom of the stairs and they control the lights like over the stairs?
Yeah, that's how ours is.
Can you imagine like being in this house and like, I can flip the light switch outside my bedroom door. Then you can flip the light switch off from the top of the stairs, then flip the light back on at the bottom of the stairs, then flip the light switch off again at the front door. And everybody's just like flipping the light switches on.
One switch to turn on, one switch to turn off, and 7 for decor.
Huh.
Alright, so
when we get to
I can't really
the
click anything around here.
did you talk to Deirdre already?
No, I haven't talked to her.
Okay.
She's not happy looking.
Are you ready to leave yet?
I mean, she's Deirdre.
We don't have all day.
Oh, whoops. Chair slide around.
What were you actually doing before you picked me up from the airport?
What do you mean?
You gave May a non-answer when she asked why it took you so long to stop by here.
A non-answer? Yeah, because I went to the police station.
And?
Sorry, you have to turn off that light at the top of the
they're
stairs.
still going through the evidence. And when they found out I was May's cousin, they started laughing.
So they think she did it.
Everyone does. So, I went to check out the Hathorn house myself. But I never went inside.
The ghost?
What? No. There was some weirdo there who told me the ghost was going to steal my soul. It was totally creepy. And then I found out that everyone in this town believes in ghosts, so I didn't enter.
Well, whatever or whoever it is, there's an explanation behind it. Did the police give you anything? Anything at all?
They told me there's a Judge Danforth in town, and he's going over the particulars of the Hathorn House estate. I found his office, but he kinda never let me enter his office. Believe me, I tried.
I know him. Not well, but enough to get through his door and have a conversation.
Alright, are we going into town or what?
Sure.
Who could gain something by burning down a house? Insurance claim, maybe?
Possibly. Means, motive, and opportunity. We need to start interviewing. See if anyone checks off those 3 boxes.
And in your experience?
It's usually something much more personal. This tour sounds interesting.
Don't tell Tegan that's your plan.
It'll give us a good overview of the town.
You mean I want to meet the real witch of Salem?
Yeah, I do. She might know something. I wonder why Tegan doesn't like her.
You don't
Or
have to
they might want to
investigate
frame a teen
everything,
detective
Drew.
for clout.
Olivia steals Tegan's visitors, sounds like. You really want to do the dumb tour?
You don't have to come with me.
Side by side. Gotta be honest, it does sound more fun than the museum.
It's gonna burn my mouth off right now.
Off?
Yeah.
That would be a bad day.
Yeah, right before
Especially
my
on
birthday.
stream. Oh yeah, everybody. It's Ellen's birthday tomorrow.
It is.
When's your happy birthday?
29.
Ned!
Just kidding.
Hi!
I'm gonna be
Nance, how have you been? Thanks for finally picking up.
Sorry, I've been on a flight.
Busy on another case, huh? You know, you should really enjoy yourself more, Nance. Life's too short to be working all the time.
This isn't work
This
for
is a
me.
good
It's
coffee.
fun. Besides, crime doesn't take a vacation. Speaking of which, how's yours?
Ned, come
Also,
on.
your Bretta's birthday
Yeah,
tomorrow.
1 second.
That's right.
Sounds like you're having fun.
You know, standard fare. Nothing too crazy. I miss you, Nance.
Who
I
is
miss
this
you.
girl Ned is
Hey,
hanging out
give
with?
it back.
2.
Nancy, I'll call you later.
Call you later, Nancy.
Well, that was...
I'm gonna get her. Excuse me, who's that girl? Okay, passive aggressive Ned. Yes, happy birthday to your
So
brother,
wait,
Tara.
I missed that. What?
What, it happened right here?
Yeah.
So Ned
Some
called
girl
Nancy.
is with Ned.
Yeah, and she was like, I'm really sorry. You know, he's like, you need to, you know, take some time for yourself. And she's like, yeah, I know. Hopefully this won't take too long. And then some girl was just like, oh, Ned, come on.
Well, you know what? When Nancy's traveling around the world, you know.
You know.
Ned's gotta have somebody to hang out with. It's called a side chick.
I hope not. Nedsy forever.
We gotta bring Ned into the 21st century, Tori.
By making him a jerk face?
Yeah.
No!
Yeah.
I think Ned and Nancy should always be together.
No, I think Ned is a good guy. He wouldn't cheat on Nancy.
I agree.
I think that if he wasn't a good guy, he would have cheated on Nancy a long time ago.
Ned in the 21st century is all about open relationships. It doesn't help that Frank is
He's
also
a
in this
polygamist, so he wants several wives.
Oh great, you finally picked up. Now I'm gonna cheat on you with this girl.
What the heck? I can look around in the bushes?
Yeah.
Ooh, look at that.
That's not a modern guy. That's a Neanderthal guy.
Is that a pumpkin contest winner?
Yeah, I think so. Or no, actually, I don't
Can
know.
I pick that up?
But it's a Charlotte Thornton pumpkin, which is cool.
Whose leg is that?
Deirdre, she follows you around.
She does?
Yeah. So that sometimes when you turn around, she's like, right there! And you're like, ah! I can't tell you how many times me and Mom were playing this, and we'd turn around and she'd be like, right there, and you're like, ah! Deirdre! Hey CJ, how are you?
She follows me around in this game.
Oh, you think it is a contest winner.
What plant looks like that?
A plant native to Salem, Massachusetts. I am not a botanist, so I couldn't tell
Someone needs to confirm. Your mom would probably know what plant
Probably.
looks like that.
Sometimes when you turn around, bright eyes.
I am clicking the wrong button. No, I had a waitress
It's like when you play Sherlock games, you turn around
Tell
and
me.
Son Watson.
I had a waitress tell me that I looked like I was 19.
Recently?
Mhm.
Really?
Yeah. Oh,
I
yeah,
mean, I
she-
do think you look younger than you are, but I look younger than I am too. So,
Yeah. So that's just what I'm gonna go with.
oh, Riddy says maybe it's Heather. That plant, and maybe it just looks so bad because I had to knock all the textures down.
So I'm just gonna go with the fact that tomorrow I'm turning 19.
Okay, sounds good. Tomorrow, Helen's turning 19.
Yep. Yep. Yeah, she's like, bing!
Yeah, sometimes it's like, and like sometimes she's like really zoomed in, so it's just like face, like she's standing like this. It's what it looks like sometimes.
She's standing like what?
This.
And you turn around and you're...
Nancy's like,
Can I like walk? I can't walk down the street.
no, the only thing you
I
can
can
get
go to the car?
You can go to the car, yeah.
Whose car is that?
I don't know, maybe Tegan's.
Do we park across the street?
Yep.
Why can't I get in the car?
Because
then?
you have the game mechanics are terrible, and you have to go from right there.
Oh. Gotcha.
That's why I always included her in my photos because it made me laugh. So Riddy's game photos must have been all of the close-up Deirdre faces. All right, welcome to the town square.
Oh, look,
There's a lot to look at
There's
here.
a riot going on.
Mm-hmm.
There's all this trash on the ground.
Those are leaves.
I know.
Today, I had someone ask me if I was still in school. I get that all the time. When are you going back to college?
I'm still in school.
Yeah, technically.
So
you
see,
are.
I could just say I'm a college student.
You are. That's true.
What does that say?
Oh, hey, Nancy. Lord, I can't even read it. Oh, this is going to be a problem, isn't it? Sorry about before. Don't worry about it. Thanks for getting
It's got to
me
be the doctor.
in contact. No, that's Tegan.
Oh, it is?
Yeah. When can I something the museum? You're so welcome to come by. Oh, Lord, something about we're right past the cemetery.
Do you remember what I'm supposed to do?
You have a checklist always on your phone.
Well, yeah, I know, but I'm just saying, like,
Talk to
you
Tegan.
can hardly read that.
Yeah, talk to Tegan at the museum. Talk to Judge Dan. Are we gonna introduce Holland to you know who? What?
Visitors, by now you know the story of the witches of Salem.
What is
Those
this?
poor
Be safe,
souls
There's
Angel.
another
caught in
candle.
a time of fear and greed.
I feel like I'm
and
gonna
they
have to
paid
go
the
through and light them
price.
all.
They may have died, but witchcraft lives on in Salem.
Is this top notch
Oh.
coffee?
This should be interesting.
the world would have you believe witches were not real. I'm not talking about old, ugly
Why is she
women
dressed like a
who
Renaissance
curse
fair
their
jester?
neighbors and fly
The
on
person who
broomsticks.
wonders about protesters?
The truth is,
Oh,
witches
maybe.
are real. They have always been real.
Why do you not know who with a
They
small
are
hint
alive
like this?
and well. They are powerful, carrying the secrets of the world
I'm so
beyond
confused,
the
CJ. I'm
ones
sorry.
we see.
Are you talking about the
Ritual,
townsfolk
mystery,
dude or lady?
magic. Most exist now only in secret, and they may be standing among
So that's supposed to be
you
Mark Twain.
even now. It is said that in Salem, a
Probably
coven
not.
of witches settled in recent years, set on revenge for the deaths of the Salem witches. Their ritual, one midnight on Halloween, unleashed the angry spirits of the past.
So cool.
Do that. Thank you. Now, if any of you are interested in the real history of the witches of Salem, I provide self-guided tours through some of my favorite locations in town. And perhaps you too will see one of the restless dead.
The thief in Austria used the same kind of stage magic she's using.
Thief? There was a thief? What were you doing there?
Visiting a spooky old castle. You'd have liked it.
Do you regularly fly to Europe for investigations?
Sometimes.
And if you want to learn about being a witch, come forward.
Am I walking forward? Is that what just happened?
Like you can talk to her.
Uh-oh, here comes trouble.
Me? Never. Well, nothing too bad, I hope.
She didn't
Did
remember
you
to
know that in
disappear
the
during her
Malleus
smoke bomb.
Maleficarum, ginger hair was the sign of a witch? You're my kind of people.
I'm not nearly as talented as you are.
Aw, shucks. You're making me blush. Oh, there it is. Now I'm turning red. You truly are a witch.
So to become a witch, do I need to take a test or get a diploma?
A true witch is not made with pieces of paper. She is born to it and will feel the call. Bureaucracy is for persecutors. We don't need permission. We don't live by the rules.
Do you fly regularly to Europe for cases? Only when I have no money.
Anyway,
It's fine. I'll
what
dance
can
for
I
my
help
money.
you?
How did you perform that trick?
A witch never reveals her secrets. It's against the witch code.
The
Pretty
witch
sure that's not a
code.
thing.
I thought bureaucracy
But the
and
witch
rules were
code!
for persecutors.
Although, if you take my
I
self-guided
hope your
tour,
stream doesn't
I
buffer
promise
too
you
much.
will
It's
learn at
probably
least
partly
one
our
secret
fault
about
because
being a witch.
I'm just trying to get this game to run.
How often do you do this show?
Most nights. It gets busier around Halloween. And I'm sure you can figure out why.
How about the night that the Hathorn house was burned?
You look a little young to be working for the police here.
Oh no, it's nothing like that. We're just curious tourists.
Curious tourist.
Because I've already spoken with them.
And so, you were here.
I was out of town. Did you girls know
There's
that
an ostrich
Salem
stealing
is
a book.
haunted? There's a ghost here. If you go on my tour, you'll learn where you can find it.
Have you lived in Salem for long?
Born and raised.
So you know the Perrys?
Of course. Not well. If you are looking for them, Tegan is at the museum. She works there.
Not well. We're staying with Tegan. I figured there was some history between you two.
That was a long time back. We don't talk much now.
Really? Because we saw your sea oven
Yes,
picture.
I know her too. Not spoken to her for a long time either.
But you've heard the rumors about her.
May is a troubled girl. And sometimes such girls get blamed for things that were not their... I don't think she burned down the Hathorn house, if that's what you're trying to get at. People with mundane minds look for mundane explanations.
Do you really believe some modern witch coven unleashed ghosts on Salem?
About 8 years back, there were rumors of a coven that they performed a ritual to return the dead witches to Salem to seek out their revenge
They
before
wanted
the
her to
witches
look
moved
mystical.
on.
These are not the
Very
droids you were
evident of such
looking
a
for.
coven.
Ever since then, ghost sightings have gone through
Okay,
the
be safe,
roof.
Riddy.
Salem is now considered the most haunted place in the country.
Interesting.
You
Actually,
think
I
it's a
think the most haunted
coincidence
place
that the
in
former
America
home
is,
of the Hathorns was set on fire?
Savannah, Georgia.
Me too. I think so.
How else could the fire have started?
I heard there was not a single living soul in the house when it started burning. Keyword.
I found out that there are
The
3
world
Nancy
is
Drew books that
composed
take
of
place in
2
Charleston,
equal parts.
so I ordered all 3.
Oh,
on
really?
Amazon,
And
so I could read them and just see what they
The
were about.
light
Nice.
we see,
See if
every
they- like,
day.
how many
It's
locations
the
and
trees,
stuff
the
they include.
people, the birds. It's our world. You can even see it at night. The dark is the unknown. The plane of existence that vibrates just underneath the light.
Just
If you were in a place like Salem, a place where a painful history permeates every surface, every crack, every brick, and every
I like how
tomb.
this person's arm keeps going into the frame.
Yeah.
Like they're talking to her, but we're talking to her.
Yeah.
That's why they say, don't be out past midnight in Salem.
Midnight in
Because the
Salem.
dark may reach out and take you. Also, did you know that Salem has more ghost sightings than any other city in North America? If you want to learn why, you should go on my tour.
I don't think that's actually true.
Talk to you later.
So you can talk to some of the, some of the townsfolk. The ones that
I
have
think
speech
they would
bubbles on
be
them.
city folk.
So if you like turn around the other way, you can talk to those people on the
I
other side.
want to look at this thing.
Good luck
Here.
getting there because it's terrible to navigate around this town.
Can I not look in this shop that's over here?
No, you cannot.
Darn, missed the opening hours. Better luck tomorrow.
I don't like this.
Now this accused witches group shows up from out of nowhere and thinks they're
Press it.
entitled to the Hathorn property.
Didn't they find proof of their claim? It's only fair.
How far back do these reparations have to go? It's been hundreds of years. Nobody owes these loudmouths squat. It's a bid for attention and money.
Must every response be outrage? I miss the peace and quiet.
Fire at Hathorn House. We all know certain renegades in this town know something or two about fire.
May Perry. You don't think she'd do it again, do you? She was so young.
Wouldn't surprise me. Creeping around back alleys with her hood head down. Where there's smoke, there's fire.
Deirdre's like,
With her history, she's bound to already be in the sights of the neighborhood watch. So we'll find out soon enough.
My thoughts?
She's not all like that.
she was like closing her eyes like this. Navigation is rough. You can talk to some of those protesters.
I'm getting there.
Okay.
That group is really chanting up a storm. What has them so angry?
Can these guys get any louder? They're going to wake the dead next door.
Maybe that's a good thing. I could ask them a few questions.
The state killed us, and now the state robs us. What do we want?
Excuse me. What exactly are you guys protesting?
Only the greatest injustice to happen in Salem since 1692. They're gonna give the house to the state.
AW. What does it stand for?
Hathorn House is a symbol of the state's oppression. Judge Hathorn got it cheap after he murdered our ancestors so we could build his mansion. And now we can legally take it back.
Well, if you're doing it legally, then why the protest march?
Rumor has it, all our evidence for a claim to the estate has gone missing. Stolen right from the courthouse.
I'm angry. Yes, CJ.
He hasn't even made an official statement regarding the murder.
The crowd is so much louder than him.
Yeah. Where's the lady that's like, isn't it a lady that's like,
That group is really chanting up a
she's
storm.
like,
What has them so angry?
why is there protests in a small town like this? And she says it like so dumb. Is that her?
Why are there protesters in a small town like this?
Yeah.
Why are there protesters in a small town like this?
Why are there protesters in a small town like this?
She's clearly not from Salem.
That's what CJ wanted to hear. Why are there protesters in a small town like this?
Maybe she won a contest.
I think it has to be, or like some,
may be hanging over Salem.
like some
That doesn't
kid.
keep the town from getting into the Halloween spirit. A specter may be hanging over Salem. But that doesn't keep the town from getting into the Halloween spirit.
I had to adjust the volume settings a lot. Yeah. I haven't really played with the volume.
Shops aren't making a lot of business right now.
You can go into that shop, the one that's locked later on. Hello, lady! Why are there protesters?
A small town like this.
Protesters? I like the way she says it. Protesters? You can look at that big hole in the ground.
What? That?
Yeah.
The road has completely
It's a contest winner
collapsed
for
into
sure.
the sinkhole. No wonder they closed it
Why are
up.
there
The ground is
protesters?
still crumbling.
The audio sounds so different.
Yeah. It sounds like, you know what it sounds like with the accent and the quality of sound?
Fire
It
at
sounds
Hawthorne
like
House.
when you, in
We all know certain renegades
Scarlet
in this
Hand, when
town
you
know
call
something
over
or
the,
two about fire.
you call to
Perry.
Mexico over the ham radio. That's what it sounded like.
She was so young.
Wouldn't surprise me. Creeping around back alleys with her hood head down.
That's literally what
Where
that
there's
other lady
smoke,
said.
There's fire.
Well, with her history, she's bound to already be in the sights of the neighborhood watch. So we'll find out soon enough.
My thoughts exactly.
It's already a meme. So yeah, you can go into the courthouse or into the museum. Up to you. She recorded it in the bathtub underwater. And there's the cemetery over there. Yeah, see how sometimes when you turn around, Deirdre's face is like this?
It'll be
She's
more
like-
useful to explore the graveyard with a tour guide.
Sete,
Let's visit
ocho,
the cemetery.
uno, tres.
I want
Yeah,
a picture
exactly.
of Little Liberty.
The Salem Museum. Prime address for local history and information on the infamous witch trials.
I just think Deirdre's voice is hilarious. Or face, not voice. She's like... You turn around.
This is a library?
It's a museum.
The figure of a Puritan woman accused of being a witch. These were ordinary people, just like anyone else.
I hope on the task list it lists, why are there protesters in a small town like this?
The figure of a
Oh my gosh, I don't want
Puritan woman accused of being a witch. These were ordinary people, just like anyone else.
Would you just scroll down to the bottom so that the yeah, perfect. So that the auto picks back up. This one wall is so freaking bright, I can hardly read anything on it.
The carefully
Okay, I am
researched
back. Welcome back,
genealogy of
Angel.
several accused The carefully researched genealogy of several accused
Why is there a
witches.
scary
Their
statue
names
in a
weren't
small
fully cleared
museum
until
like this?
2001.
See the pumpkin at the end
Sorry
of the
about
thing
the mess.
there?
We're in the middle of installing a big showcase. So what have you seen in town so far?
That
We
statue
decided
is
to
a
do the Real
navigation
Witches
nightmare.
tour.
Amen to
Oh.
that.
You talked to Olivia.
What's with her getup? Witch? Street magician, maybe?
Everyone has to make a living. Is she telling the story about a coven living here in the recent past?
Yeah. Why?
Just bad taste.
Olivia is quite the local character. I hope you don't mind if we do the tour. I want to see more of the town, and finding out a place's old superstitions is kind of a habit I've gotten into. I'm excited to look around the museum.
Of course.
There's some light switches.
Yep.
What did I get? Ticket?
Tour ticket, yeah.
That pumpkin?
Yeah. You can carve pumpkins, and you know all those candles you've been seeing?
Yeah.
You can put pumpkins on candles.
Oh.
And I think there's 12 or 13. So then you just like pick eyes, nose, and mouth. And then carve it up.
What is that?
Is it okay if I do this even if it's your main competition? No answer. Okay, thanks!
Done. This looks great. Now to find a nice place to put it.
So you can literally put that on any of the candles you find in the game. And you can make multiples. Like multiple pumpkins. I gasped when I saw the pumpkin carving. It was the best thing that has ever happened to me. Was it? Oh, don't you want to look at
I'm gonna
everything
go put
else?
my pumpkin.
Oh, okay. Sorry to interrupt your pumpkin placing.
Yeah, you should be. After I gracefully walk around town.
Gracefully.
Yes.
Nice. Look at him. Pumpkin is priority. V Budkey Pumpkin. Hey E, how are you? My poor little laptop is doing the best it can. Oh, that's right. I do remember you saying about the pumpkin now.
That suspicious looking book I can't pick up.
Make sure you like right click drag too to see if you can. Okay. By Professor Beatrice Hotchkiss. Roger Conant was found with
Roger. Wow.
Roger Conant founded Salem in 1626 as a colonial town which was first called Namkig for the settlement's location at the mouth of the Namkig River. The settlers wanted to call it Salem, inspired by the Hebrew word for peace. Despite the peaceful beginnings as a settlement of immigrants, Salem is best remembered for the witch trials of the 17th century, the deadliest witch hunt in American history. England had their own witch trials also in the 17th century and had passed a Witchcraft Act, making it the law to put anyone who practiced witchcraft to be put to death. The settlers knew about the dangers of witchcraft through their own histories, but history still repeated itself. From 1692 until 1693, over 200 were accused. The Court of Oyer and Terminer was established by Governor William Phipps to interrogate those accused of the work of the devil, witchcraft. Phipps and his active duty deputy governor, Thomas Danforth, both men of position and wealth, appointed judges to preside over the trials. One of the harshest judges on the accused was the rich and powerful magistrate Judge John Hathorne. Hathorne's examinations and interrogations relied on spectral evidence, and it has been noted in history that he often judged with an assumption of guilt. Many believe the accusers often gained in wealth and land rights from their accusations and sentencing that was solely based on spectral evidence. After the dark period of the trials, laws were changed and Salem's shipping and merchant economy grew. The settlement became a place of assembly for officials during the War of Independence. Many luminaries hailed from Salem, including noted author Nathaniel Hawthorne, born in 1804. I might have to go to lurk mode because I'm at school. Oh, okay, I understand. Oh, E wants the sing thing redeemed. I'm gonna make one up because I don't have a song in my head right now, but we're playing Midnight in
Everything
Salem.
you could ever want
and
to
we're
know about Salem's
making
history.
pumpkins and
From
we're
the
trying
Namkig
to do
people
our best.
To the Great Salem Fire
And
in
the laptop
1914.
was not very strong, so I had to make it real shrunk. I was thinking of the Crucible and being like, yes, let us adults believe the accusations of these teenage girls, because they are credible. Thank you very much for saying that was beautiful. Do my best. You could put a pumpkin there too.
Let's see. Let's see.
But I can't see. Let's see. Psych! You can't look at anything.
I nominate that for a Grammy and 3 Academy Awards. Thank you very much. Why don't you grow 6 feet and look over the desk?
What? I'm gonna make another pumpkin.
Okay, and there's a book on the counter, like where it turns, where it curves. V has played this, but Holland has not. Correct. I played it with Mom.
Done. This looks great. Now to find a nice place to put it.
You know, pumpkin carving is such a messy thing. It's like, I'm surprised that there's not like pumpkin guts everywhere.
Look, he's scared because you're gonna go on a spooky tour.
Oh yeah.
That's why he's spooky.
See that book right there?
I'm gonna carve another pumpkin.
Okay. I think there's 12 or 13 spots that you can put a pumpkin.
Oh yeah.
I find it very trusting that Tegan just leaves a knife around to carve pumpkins. The piggy nostrils.
It's Jack Skellington.
Yeah, it does look like Jack Skellington, doesn't it? Who needs progress when you can make pumpkins? Exactly. The noise choices are lackluster. The only flaw of the feature.
Great. Now to find a nice place to put it. Closed off. Looks like they're preparing a new installation.
Switch! This book.
Yeah.
Witchcraft in the Village!
By William Craft, 1693. Court of Oyer and Terminer, May 27th, 1692. Judge John Hathorne and Judge Samuel Sewell presiding for examinations. Excerpts from the account of trials released on command from the special command of His Excellency the Governor Sir William Phipps. Judge Hathorne, how say ye in performing the crime of witchcraft? Sarah Good, what evil spirit have you familiarity with? Sarah Good, none. Judge H, have you made no contract with the devil? Sarah G, no. Judge H, why do you hurt these children? Sarah G, I do not hurt them, I scorn them. Judge H, what creature do you implore them? Sarah G, no creature, but I am falsely accused. We whose names are underwritten verify that we heard the aforesaid Sarah Good on May February 1692?
Shameful.
May February?
Shameful.
Didn't Sarah have an E at the end of her last name, so it should be Sarah Good with an E? Spinny. Me and Mom noticed a lot of typos in books and stuff, too. I love May, February. That's a really messed up leap year. You know the extra day of February? May, February.
How's the investigating going? Any progress with May?
I've got some leads. I haven't had much progress with May, though. I was wondering if I could ask you a couple of questions, if you have time.
Sure thing. How can I help?
Woof. Yeah, it's a lot of talk in this game.
What's this new showcase about?
Yes, this new showcase is going to be
Yes!
really cool. Just in time for Halloween, you know? But what is it
You
about?
haven't had much progress with May?
If you
What
come back
about
on
May,
Halloween,
February?
Yeah, exactly.
We came across a protester who was part of the accused witches organization. Do you know anything
She also
about
said,
them?
why are there protesters in a small town like this?
1692 were killed and robbed under the guise of justice. Because
Oh,
of
it is
that,
Sarah
their
Good with no E.
descendants, the AW organization, have been working to get reconciliation ever since. They even filed a claim for ownership of the Hathorne house.
Holy crap.
show you something? I found this letter at your house, and I'm curious who wrote it.
Let me see it.
Do you recognize it?
No, I don't.
What letter?
Are you
That
digging
I
through
know.
our trash?
Oh, okay.
I saw it. Couldn't help myself.
Why are there protesters in a small town like this?
Why are there protesters in a small town like
out
this?
of my garbage?
Mamma
She's
mia.
not my assistant. isn't
It's
really
me,
the
Mario.
I can think of others.
Fine.
It's like,
Nancy doesn't let any details
A
slip by
Luigi.
her,
No.
no matter how
It's
mundane.
more like,
And that just might be what we
Seuss's
need to
grandma,
help May.
Gravity Falls.
Oh. Okay. Well, I don't know what it is. I've never seen it before.
Is it bad that that's the most memorable line in the game?
Okay.
I thought she didn't really have any friends.
I also
Well,
thought
I don't know who wrote it, okay?
a line that me and Mom were cracking up about is later in the game. A character goes, "Ladies, ladies, ladies,"
have
and
any
Deirdre
more
goes,
information?
"Bye, bye, bye." And it makes
Did
me
the
laugh.
exhibitions manage to spark your interest?
They did. I found this display showing the ancestry of the accused, but it didn't seem fully complete.
I found this display that's right over there.
I was just gonna say
We do have
that
the upper
line.
floor,
Yeah.
Which is also where I keep most of my accused witches stuff.
Would it be okay for me to
Me
go
and
up
Mom
there?
kept talking.
I'd really like getting a
so
better
that he'd
picture
say
of the
it
history
again.
of Salem.
Usually we don't allow people up on the second floor. It's restricted.
Let me up there.
Maybe just this once I can make an exception. You are here to help after all. So if you think it would benefit you, feel free to go up there.
Thank you.
Tara
I'll
understands
open
your
the door for you.
reference that I did not
It's
get.
actually really cool. The stairs are hidden behind a bookcase. Hold on.
Magic! Yes, justice, where people were put through trials where they died if they weren't witches or died if they were proven to be witches. Yeah, it sucked to be accused. You were pretty much gonna die.
Any progress with May?
So what's the deal with these pumpkins?
Oh, yeah. I've prepared some pumpkins that visitors can carve and bring with them to place around Salem.
Visitors can
Feel
carve.
free to give it a try if you want.
It's so
It's
fun.
really fun and completely free.
Oh, my shoulders.
Talk to you later.
You're such a little dork.
I was doing what she did, which was...
How do I get back
You gotta
there?
step closer to the thing one more time. Oh, wait. I don't know. Maybe you go around the other side. Are we just gonna ignore the strange thing?
Oh,
that
it
popped
is.
up?
No?
Oh,
Close
spin
it
that
off.
way? And see if you can click the... Yeah. Right there. Why are there so many flies to swat in a small space like this? Hey, Nicole! Why are there protesters in a small town like this?
Originals? These books must be hundreds of years old. No wonder they're
Why are
restricted.
there so many flies to swat
I hope
in a
their
small space
information
like
is
this?
still open to the public, at least.
If these books were really that old, they would be... I feel like they would be kept in, like...
Glass cases.
Well, or like,
Whoa,
like a
originals?
humidified, like a
These
humidity-controlled
books must be
room,
hundreds of
or,
years old.
you know...
No wonder they're
Like
restricted.
the,
I hope their
in
information
New
is
York,
still
we went
open
to
the
the
public, at least.
New York Public Library,
Mm-hmm.
and don't do this if you go. But when we went, there's like the section of the library that's like the really famous one that's in all the movies, where it's like that long aisle with all the tables and the lamps are on it, and then there's bookshelves all along the side, and that long aisle down the middle. Well, we didn't know. So we just like, we had all our, like, I had my backpack and everything. And we just like walked past just walked into the room and walked down and like sat at the table and just were like sitting and looking around. We didn't know that you're not supposed to, like, visitors, if you're not like a member of the library, visitors are not allowed to like cross this line. Like, you can take a picture of the room, but you have to like stop at that line and like leave. But we didn't know that, so we just, and nobody was like stopping a bunch of people because there wasn't this huge like group of tourists coming in. We were just like, they're just locals. So we walked in, we went and sat down, and we actually, like at the other end of the room, there's a door with, I think it's like the art section or something, but it's a section of the library, and there's a door and you walk through it and it has like tons and tons of like old texts of books, like old archive, like it's archives. And there's a sign on the door that says that you're not allowed to photograph any of the pictures of the book, because they don't want like camera flashes and stuff to damage it. And then you're not allowed to take the book out of the room. So you have to you can only study it or look at it in that room, and it has to be preserved there. So, but we technically, if you're visiting the New York Public Library and you're not a resident of New York or Manhattan, or you don't have like a library card, you're not supposed to be able to go that far. So I feel like if these books were really like hundreds of years old, like for something that historically significant, that they would have they wouldn't be in this like room with these huge open rafters and this tons of air and moisture and stuff could be damaging these pages.
Yeah. They're probably not as important as she claimed they were.
No, I think the game designers just didn't.
That's also
think
very
that through.
Very true.
Whoa, originals?
Oh my gosh, just shut up, Nancy.
These books must.
Oh, I can click.
Yeah, you can.
Oh my gosh,
skip
it's
through
so
conversations.
wonderful.
But a lot of the conversations actually do kind of help you piece together pieces of the mystery.
No, I just mean if I have to repeat it.
Oh yeah. Look at this old antique book. Nancy picks up a book and turns to dust. Whoops. Salem and the Prohibition. Did somebody designing this game not think something through? The AW sign is suspected to be created by bootleggers during the Prohibition. Criminals used the sign of the AW, stating it stood for another way. Cleverly thinking those opposing strong drinks would believe the AW signs to be proclaiming and meaning to choose another way, or lifestyle, to choose to turn from the use of spirits. While some believed that to be a good message to turn users to another way of life, it was in reality only a cover. To smugglers and gangsters, the AW sign was code for another way out. The AWs were carved in trees and were hidden markings used as a sign that marked the path that led the way to the hidden tunnels underground so they could smuggle their goods out. The directional signs, according to tales, led to secret underground passages to smuggle the illegal goods to gangsters and gain wealth off the illegal beverage. The bootlegger's old inscription, AW, marked the way to underground tunnels that helped to transport beverages and goods under the nose of the law.
So maybe that is where
Hey Anna, how are you?
Someone's a busy bee. Old court protocols, ancestry records. Tegan is really digging deep into the witch trials.
Pamphlet, the AW, the Accused Witches Organization, recognizing the injustices of the past by honoring and supporting the ancestors of the accused. Righting the wrongs of the past, we fight for justice and clearing of all the family names. We educate with special lectures in the AW meetings to remember the past and prevent witch hunts of the future. The AW is a safe community to express your feelings for the lost relatives and to seek ways to honor their memories and where those descendants of the accusers can seek forgiveness. Fundraising for the Memorial for Lives Lost in Global Witch Trials and Relatives and Descendants around the world. Join us in fighting for the evidence that proves the innocence of the wrongly accused. AW, the past cannot be repeated. What? Raising awareness through education, events, and memorials for the accused. AW Healing Series, special community support for the accusers and the accused for healing of the past to grow a better future. AW Power, a movement to reclaim selected lands that were illegally lost to greed in the trials for the creation of centers for memorials, events, and lectures. The AW have their rights. Today they can be restored through global centers that educate, restore, and honor all of the accused. I'm doing pretty good. I was just lurking and I laughed at the protesters. This one you can scroll to the right and left. Okay. Are you a descendant? The Salem Witch trial descendants have spread all over the globe, with 20 victims executed, over 200 accused, and over 150 having been arrested. The accused and convicted now have a growing number of descendants and relatives. The descendants and relatives have an interest in discovering their past and honoring the victims. Do you have family ties to the accused? Here at the History Museum of Salem, we keep genealogy lists in memory of the accused. Be sure to join the museum's family tree and support the events and lectures that educate and honor the victims and their relatives and descendants. Samuel Wardwell, May 16, 1643 to September 22, 1692. Male born May 16, 1643. Why would they repeat that? Accused of witchcraft, executed by hanging September 22, 1692. born to Thomas Wardwell and Elizabeth Woodruff. Wife was Sarah Hawks Wardwell. Children were Mercy Wardwell and Samuel Wardwell Jr. He was accused by the 14-year-old William Baker Jr. Motive was greed and gain, a possible motive for Samuel Wardwell being proclaimed guilty of witchcraft. Sarah, his wife, had a large estate she would lose if her husband was convicted of witchcraft. The province of Massachusetts Bay law stated that those accused of witchcraft in dealing with the devil would incur a loss of inheritance and property rights. The victims and relatives were not protected of their rights. The descendants of the accused witches in Salem fight for their rights. In 1712, Samuel Wardwell Jr. sued the colony. Sarah Good was born July 11th, 1653. Salem, Essex, Massachusetts. Born to John Solart and Sarah Elizabeth Cock.
Yeah.
Children: Peter Good, John Good, Dorcas Good, Mercy Good, sister to Martha Kilham, Bethia Herrick, John Solart, and Mary Solart. Tried and hanged July 19th. Accused records for Sarah Good. Accused by Abigail Williams and Betty Paris of the Reverend Paris. Spectral evidence was known to be false. Sarah Good's daughter of age 4, Dorcas Good, was charged with witchcraft, 4 years old. Examined by Judge Hathorne, found guilty as the youngest child accused and sentenced and was put in jail in chains. The motive was neighbors did not like her scornful nature and requests for charity as she was a poor woman. Tituba called her a witch, and then the Paris girls all creating stories to have her tried for witchcraft. Are they assuming we're going to start trying to hunt for witches again and do ridiculous things like no-win tests? Yeah. I have yet to hear the actual protesters line. We can go listen to it again for you, Anna. And hello, Columbla D. How are you? Yes, because a 4-year-old's making deals with the devil. Puritans weren't actually that harsh. I doubt that real history actually sentenced 4-year-olds to sentences. I don't know. I haven't verified the record.
I think the youngest was like 9.
I leave in like 45 seconds, but thanks. Oh, okay. Well, the next time you pop by that we're playing mid, we'll try to go hear it for you. You're playing this game right now too. Awesome. How are you doing? You caught us on a Best Wednesday. This is my channel on V, but this is my best friend Holland. She does a lot of the clicking and playing. Sometimes I do the on Wednesdays. Sometimes I play the Best Wednesday game, but since we're best friends, we stream on Wednesdays together. We call it Best Wednesday. I was like, uh-oh, the game broke. Why don't we save?
Okay. How do
So
I do
up
that?
in that top left corner. The left corner.
You're pointing
Sorry.
to the right.
You can save. Best? This game sucks though? Oh no, I was saying we're best friends. This is definitely not the best Nancy Drew game. But I don't think it sucks. There we go.
Okay.
Best Wednesday. You don't want to go into the courthouse?
I'm gonna get there. I'm gonna go put this pumpkin on our house.
Yeah, on Wednesdays we do best friend streams.
On Wednesdays we wear pink. Except we don't, because I don't like pink.
Yes.
It is. That's Jack Skellington. Those
Yeah.
are the same features.
This is Halloween.
They
this
stole
is
it
Halloween.
from Disney. But
Halloween. Why are there so many best friends in a place like this? Oh, you're doing the line.
The specter may be hanging over Salem.
Yeah, get her from that side.
Why are there protesters in a small town like this? Why are there protesters in a small town like this?
why are there protesters in a small town like this?
According to Wikipedia, which I know is not the most credible source, 4-year-old Dorothy, along with her mother, were accused of witchcraft. Wow.
I believe it.
So you can either take the tour or you can go talk to the judge and stuff in the courthouse.
Why is your voice so recorded on a smartphone? Great question. That's what I want.
Why are there protesters in a small town like this? Why are there so many pumpkins in a small town like this? he's a cute little guy.
This looks great. Now to find a nice place to put it.
Look at Tegan watching you like, okay, Nancy, chill. It's a nightmare to get out of here.
It is.
Best delivered line I've heard in ages. That's some voiceover, like, goals right there. That was a contest winner, yeah. They recorded it themselves and sent it in.
That group is
The
really
scripting in this game is disappointing? I do not agree at all, actually. I think that the dialogue and voice acting is one of the best things of this game. The only one that tops it is V's Wheaties line. Oh, please, E. Oh, man.
My favorite part of that whole thing is how you do this with your tongue. That's my favorite part.
Of that line?
Yeah.
Oh, gosh. I haven't watched that in so long. Okay, say it again, but put this blanket over your head. There is something the judge says that makes me LOL. That and the protesters. The protesters line makes me laugh, and so does ladies, ladies, ladies. Boy, boy, boy! What is wrong with this poor pumpkin's mouth?
done. This looks great. Now to find a nice place to put it.
I'm going to fill all the pumpkin slots, so you can just go
That's
ahead
fine.
and simmer down about that.
No, it's cool. Yes, it is the same voice actor for Deirdre in Alibi and Ashes, and she's a phone character in Deadly Device as well, so.
The shops aren't making a...
Where's the courthouse?
The building where everybody's standing and protesting.
Oh, I can go in there?
Yep.
Ah.
All right, Anna, have a great day. Did you miss the line? We've already talked it. Oh, okay, you did catch the line.
Why are there protesters in a small town like this?
Yes, Holland, high five about pumpkins.
What do we want?
Justice! Now!
I was gonna say protesters. Where do we want it? In a small town like this. Okay, Deirdre.
See how she looks angry all the time?
I mean, you would be too.
Hey, Mudfoot, how are you?
Hi. Sorry to bother you, but we were looking for Judge Danforth's office.
Just across the hall. Why? What did you two girls do?
We didn't do...
I'm kidding. Alicia Cole, Esquire.
Nice to meet you. I'm Nancy Drew, and this is Deirdre Shannon. You're a lawyer.
Salem's best. The only practicing lawyer in the historic town limits, if you could believe it. And if you girls were in any trouble, I'd have no problem representing you. You both have that innocent look. Juries love it.
So you're saying we could get away with a crime?
We?
No? Partners in crime?
Sorry to bother you, Miss Cole. We'll check in with the judge. Have a good evening.
She says random rocks.
Look at her beautiful rock collection. Where's the receptionist, though? True. Why are there locked doors in a small courthouse like
That
this?
group is really... That group is really...
Nancy, stop! Jeez. This is
The navigation is terrible.
nightmare.
I know. Alicia, either you are standing super far away from your desk, or your
really
computer
become my
screen is
enemy
massive.
if I committed a crime?
Sorry. You shouldn't joke about that.
Why? You gonna arrest me?
No, but I'd call the police to report
Oh
you.
my gosh, Nancy.
I'd also recommend you a
You need to
decent
calm
lawyer,
down.
because I'm an excellent witness for the prosecution.
Wow.
I'm a lawyer's daughter, Deirdre. Don't mess with me. Hello?
There's some things in this game where
Danforth.
Nancy is just
Yeah.
like
Hello.
has no humility, and I'm just
Is
like,
that you?
Ted?
No, Your Honor. My name is Nancy Drew.
Oh, man.
I think you've spoken with my father.
Nancy Drew? Carson's daughter?
Yes, and I'm with my friend Deirdre Shannon. We're investigating the arson of the Hathorn house.
Ah, yes.
Yeah, Nancy,
yes.
you have
Whose
literally
idea
broken
was it
into
to have this entire
Well, you
conversation
see,
looking at a door?
No, I mean, I'd let you in, but I seem to have been locked in my office and
Nancy, you have
I
literally
need some
broken into
help
things as
getting
a
out.
detective. Chill. Can't wait for the chat and the her stream of this game.
This is them being lazy and not wanting to have to animate Judge Dan.
Yeah.
Do you ever see him?
Oh yeah, you get into the office.
Okay.
Is everything a tad more quiet than usual, or is it just on my end? I haven't really knocked anything down.
Yes, it's a terrible tragedy for our town, but let's table that discussion for later, okay? I'd like to get out of my office first.
I wanted to talk to you about the Book of Apologies. You know, the book in Austria. At the Mosam
Chill.
Castle.
Somebody walked over
Yes,
my
Nancy,
grave.
I would love to talk about it, but I would really love if we could do it in person, face to face, as opposed to through this door.
Is he gonna answer that for everything?
Yeah.
Do you know where I could find a
I'd like to talk about that later.
Yes, I believe I gave a copy of the key to Alicia Cole as backup. She's just down the hall. I hope she's still here.
Didn't they also make 2 other PC games between C and Mid? They didn't make, but they did market a couple games. Like that one that was like Odyssey, and I can't remember what the other one was. It was just marketing games. They didn't actually make them.
Yes.
Dude just appeared over there.
He said you might have a key.
Sorry, I gave him my spare. Unbelievable. Does this ever end?
Oh, well then. Do you have a paperclip?
I don't know if it
Yeah.
was the same software.
If you don't mind me asking, what business do you two have with the judge?
Mist. That was the other game.
We're helping the judge with a case.
Anything I can assist you with?
Thanks, but I think we got
How
it.
about a
Maybe for
paperclip?
later. At least, not yet.
But you got one, so it's fine. Alright, puzzle number 2.
Judge Danforth? I couldn't find your key.
What? Alicia said she'd keep a copy for me.
Alicia
Well,
lied!
I did find a paperclip. I think I can pick your lock, if that's okay with you.
Yeah, sure, fine.
This shouldn't be too much of a challenge.
Hold to drag pin.
Yeah.
Feel for the pin that gives resistance, at least when the pin locks into place.
So basically the best way I can describe this is that each of the 5 pins...
It's like picking a real lock.
Yeah. So you have to figure out which pin gives the most resistance and like click underneath it to like stick to that pin and then push up in the right order. Once you touch the bottom of the pin, click and hold.
I don't understand. It says hold, I'm holding it, but when I drag it up, it moves it down further.
Don't click and hold until you're touching the bottom of the pin.
That's what I'm doing.
Are you clicked right now?
Yeah, I'm holding it down.
There. Don't even start the click until you've positioned the pin underneath the thing. And then whichever one gives you the most resistance is the one you push up first. It's more sensitive, you have to go slow, yeah. I've been watching live streams of Mid because my computer's so laggy. Oh yeah. I mean, I had to knock down all of the... You have to push real slow.
I don't understand.
We are not currently playing a Zelda.
I don't get it.
Okay.
It's supposed to lock into place?
Yes. So if
When
it
it's
doesn't...
the right order?
Correct. So if it's not locking
That's
into
the one
place...
that has the most resistance.
Then go really slow when you push up.
How slow is really
There.
slow?
Stick
There?
It should line up here, and that's where it should stick. There. When it goes or whatever that clicking noise is.
Yeah, but as soon as I touch another one, it's gonna unlock it, isn't
No.
it?
Oh yeah, it does. You have to be slow and deliberate.
That's how you really pick a lock.
How did you learn to do that, actually?
Online video tutorial.
Someday you have to tell me about your secret life of breaking and entering, Drew.
Welcome back, Riddy.
Because you're in danger of being cool. Which, honestly, I just don't like.
Someday.
Do you want to tell E which Zelda game we're doing next, or do you want to wait till we get there?
Let's wait just in case we change our mind.
Okay.
Because we've got like 5
while.
games to play before we get back to Zelda.
No, only one. Between this and that.
She just appears over here too. What the heck, Deirdre? You're so creepy.
It's okay, Dee Dee. Our mom jeans counter the cool lock-picking skills.
Ah, those protesters are up there.
Why are there protesters?
Stirring the pot. You know, this town used to be a quiet place.
What time do we have to leave?
It seems lately there's been an
6-ish.
element that has infiltrated our community. I have no doubt one of those troublemakers locked my door and threw away the key.
Like this.
I don't know. He has
Ness,
terrible posture.
Your father and I have discussed.
Oh, sorry. I'm not
I look
Nancy.
reputable.
Of course you're not. You look nothing like Carson. Did your father ever tell you about the time we won 4th place at the Lake Winnipesaukee Regatta? You see, at the time I had 20/10 vision, so
Why
I
are
was
there
the
protesters in
navigator.
a small well like
Judge,
this?
This is Deirdre Shannon. She's working with me on the case.
Deirdre, you're the one who tried to break down my door.
Breakdown?
Your Honor, that's an exaggeration. I was knocking heavily.
Look,
My hand is
I'm
a
the
dolphin.
Regent, dealing with this Hathorn House business. Being a judge is not as simple as, you know, investigating during your free time.
Well, we just used our free time to unlock your door. So I'm sure you'll be willing to repay us with some answers to our questions. Right?
Yes, of course. How can I
Okay,
help
have
you?
fun, Mudfoot. Deirdre, you're the one who tried to knock down my door. This is not my first playthrough, but it is Holland's first playthrough. I did play this through with my mom when it first came out.
With the Hathorn House.
He's the human
Well,
form of
yeah.
ER.
The house was built by Judge John Hathorn during the 1600s, and it represented the
Do we get
oldest
to go
surviving
see it?
structure from that era. Judge Hathorn, of course, was one of the
The
3
Hathorn House,
judges
you mean,
that
right?
presided
Yeah.
over
Yeah.
the Salem witch trials.
Yes, and I'm sure we can read all about the home's history in Salem's museum.
More recently, Francis Tuttle, Judge Hathorn's last direct descendant, lived in a small
I didn't
section
think
of
it
the
sucked
house while
that
the rest
bad.
was left to fall into considerable
Navigationally, it's a
disrepair.
nightmare, but
She was alone, except for a part-time caregiver.
Yes,
Lauren Holt,
I am playing.
who had a
of it.
bedroom in the
Ye-
carriage house. A few months ago,
Definitely.
Francis Tuttle
I still have a
passed
lot
away,
of the
which
original
left
and the
Hathorn
DLC I
House
haven't
without
played
a
through,
legal
but
heir.
yes.
According to the historical statutes of Salem, after 90 days, the house reverts to public property. The deadline of which is 2 days from now, at midnight.
they have 2 days
So the
before
Book
the
of
house becomes
Apologies.
public property.
Why did you really need it?
Yes.
I agree,
and
Angel.
First of all, I'm so glad you're all right. Nasty business. Had I known you were going to be put in harm's way, I would have never called Carson and asked for his help.
I've done plenty of work for my father. Trust me. I can handle myself.
Yes, I'm sure you can.
So I've already heard some stories, but would you mind giving me your version of why the book is important?
Yes. So, Judge Sewell was rumored to keep a ledger of all the accused, intending to publish it to reconcile with their families and clear their names. But he passed away before he could do so.
Going to Austria for a rumored book seems like a heck of a long shot.
Well, I have been under some pressure from the AW group. AW as in accused witches.
I was told that the burning of Hathorn House is suspected to be a case of arson. How did the police come to that conclusion?
The investigation found paint solvent residue on burnt embers, suggesting someone deliberately used an accelerant. Thankfully, Mrs. Tuttle never had to see what became of her home.
And what evidence do you have that May Perry is the one responsible for this?
Evidence? Have you ever heard of recidivism? 3 out of 4 criminals in the United States are repeat offenders. And there's only one person in all of Salem who has a history of fire-related crime.
That's not
So,
evidence
there is
at all.
no evidence.
Not
So there's
yet,
no evidence.
but there will be.
Yeah.
You don't need evidence.
Okay, have fun,
She's
Nicole.
already
Be
been
safe.
convicted in the court of public opinion.
Is that what she said?
No, I'm saying it.
She has a history with this sort of thing.
What's May's motive? What does she gain by burning down the Hathorn house?
You'd have to ask her. And while you're at it, you can ask about her alibi, which she refused to give to the police. So, any other questions?
The books and puzzles are small and hard to read,
So,
unless you can play it on like
Francis
highest
Tuttle pass away
quality.
The woman was 88 years old. The coroner confirmed her death was of natural
I'm
causes.
angry that they don't
they
consider the
never
complexity of
investigated Lauren
recidivism,
Holmes.
especially since this is
You
a
need the
judge talking.
suspicion of foul play to investigate someone, young lady.
We'd like to speak with her
Innocent
all
till
the same.
proven guilty,
She still lives on
judge.
the estate,
Exactly.
although for how much longer we do not know. You can
He's a
also
pretty
find her in
terrible
her
judge.
shop, Luminous Infusions.
Who?
She
Who's he
might
talking about?
Lauren, who was the lady who used to own the Hathorn house, who passed away recently, Frances Tuttle, her like adopted daughter, Lauren, runs a shop, that locked shop in town, and she still lives on the Hathorn house property. She's the one that's there. That's why it's such a big deal that like people are protesting that they're gonna just give the house to public property, because if that happens, then that means that Lauren can't live there.
Don't you think it's dangerous throwing around May's name as a suspect before any evidence links her to the crime?
What do you mean? What are you saying?
From what you've described, there is no evidence against May. Yet you were saying that she did it. As a judge, I think you would be the first to admit that sounds prejudicial.
It is not just me, Miss Drew. There are plenty of people who believe that May is responsible for this
That
crime.
doesn't make it
It is
right.
not prejudice when she is the only likely suspect.
It is prejudice.
Actually, that is the definition of prejudice.
I'm not going to have this debate with you. Is there anything else?
Case in point. O.J. Simpson. Casey Anthony. Like, we can name countless people who were guilty in the court of public opinion. There was no evidence that actually convicted them of a crime.
Talk to you later.
Miss Drew.
I just
Before
don't
you go,
understand. I know.
There.
I
Get
feel
'em,
like
Nancy.
it's kind of flawed to make your judge be the guy with this
locked out of
opinion,
your car,
story-wise.
are
You know,
Oh,
I feel
no.
like you should, the person that
There
should
was-
have.
There was an incident here recently.
Oh.
Someone broke into the evidence room.
Oh, have you called the police?
Well, no.
What?
Not yet. I don't think anything was taken.
Oh my god.
Never mind. I'll call the police.
You guys are like
Thank
the
you for your time.
worst.
He's like the worst judge ever. Yeah. The story. I don't think the story's all over the place. I think that the judge is
I feel
just
like they
a
should've-
terribly inconsistent character on purpose.
I feel like they should have made like the DA wanting to pin it on her or something, because I feel like that's more realistic.
The judge is judge, jury, and executioner, and arresting officer, and prosecutor, and conspiracy theorist, and angry mob mentality leader.
Grab your
I mean, the story is definitely not the clearest.
Why
That's,
are there protesters in a small town like this?
but I don't think it's terrible by any means. You can look around the cemetery if you wish.
No, I have to go on a tour.
You give that ticket to Olivia to go on the tour.
Okay, well, I'm gonna put a pumpkin in my house.
Why are there protesters in a small town like this?
Huh.
Why are there protesters?
Oh, actually, I could talk to what's her face while I'm here.
Yeah. Why are there protesters? Oh.
Hi. So, I found this letter.
What is that?
I found it in your trash. It says, I know.
Yeah,
Because he
I
just
can
throws the
read.
pumpkin on there from the doorway. Skills.
So I don't
Nope.
know what it is. Don't go through my trash.
So we met this interesting woman named Olivia.
We all know about Olivia and her
So
magic.
glad they took a contest
I
winner
thought
and
it was
gave them
pretty cool.
great resources
Good for
to
you.
record the line. Good for
We
you.
saw Tegan at the museum. Looks like she's working on an interesting installation.
Why don't you ask her?
Well, I thought you might have an opinion, or...
I don't. Can you just leave her out of this? I don't want her being involved with my problems.
I'm not into
done
law and legal
talking,
stuff, but
okay?
I do try to be somewhat educated. I can't remember exactly what you're studying, Angel, but you might be the best versed of all of us to talk about like law and legal things.
I just watch a lot of Dateline. And I wanted to be Sherlock Holmes when I was younger. This is just navigating this game is just so great.
You might as well not go into the cemetery until after you've given the ticket to Olivia, because
I'm
you'll
not
have to go
going
back
into the
anywhere.
cemetery.
I know, I'm just saying. Bum bum bum. I do like the music a lot in this game. Pumpkin time! Oh, where should we eat?
Where do you want to eat?
I've been feeling nukes.
What do they have at Nukes again? Other than
Soup, salad, sandwiches, pizza.
not super feeling Nukes.
You weren't a fan of the music much?
Can you
I
pull
like
up the menu.
Wait, why does it say closed today? Wednesday closed. What? Oh no, it is open. I don't know why.
What kind of nose is that? I can't really tell.
It's like a weird like hook that kind of goes to the side. One moment. We're thinking about dinner.
Yeah, we can do Nukes.
Is that cool?
Yeah. Yeah, we can do Nukes.
Done. This looks great. Now to find a nice place to put it.
Can I only carve one pumpkin at a time?
Yes. I mean, it was stressful. Uh-oh. Scroll down.
You didn't read that.
Oh, I'm studying social work and a volunteered in family court and worked with young adult parolees. Gotcha. Can you scroll back down to the bottom so I can see this chat as it goes? It wasn't super stressful because at the end of the day, there's still people. A lot of it was just talking to them and helping them improve in things. Yeah, navigational mess.
This tour sounds interesting.
Welcome on my tour.
Thank you.
So basically, she gives you a tablet. You can right-click the tablet to get a list of all the places that have an audio clip, and then you click that. So you use the tablet on the little Raven plaques to get an audio recording. If you work with probation, there is that added element of enforcing the law. True.
Like this.
Yep, so you pick up the tablet and you touch it to that.
Stand before the remains of Salem's most zealous and conniving judge. So lacking in morals was Judge Hathorn that he sentenced innocents to death while claiming the estates of the dead as his own. Unlike the more remorseful Judge Sewell, Hathorn never felt any guilt for his part in the Salem witch trial.
How do you know that? So he never expressed any guilt, but I didn't know. Can't prove. Oh my gosh, Deirdre.
She's right there always. There are a few times in the game where where Deirdre's not with you. You have to do like the click and drag thing.
Samuel Parrish? Paris.
Deirdre, move! She just chilling, you know? Oh, hi, Dee Dee!
Oh my gosh. Alexander Bell, the inventor of the telephone?
Wow! Didn't know he died in Salem. I don't understand why she's in the game, to be honest. Like, she came all the way to Boston. Well, because the Perrys are her cousins. So when May got accused of burning down a house, she came to be with her cousins.
Through these woods lies the infamous Hathorn estate. It was common during the Salem witch trials that the lands of the accused were taken and resold for cheap. The judge himself bought many such lands, and on them built his grand estate. The Hathorn house had since come to represent all the wrongs that were
Can you give me my
inflicted
purse?
during
I
the
need to
trial.
put some chapstick on my lips, because they're so chapped. My lips hurt real bad. Thank you. Didn't even zip it back up.
I thought you were gonna want to put it back in.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was Napoleon Dynamite, the best movie ever made. I'm gonna real quick.
Speaking of which, what are you doing?
I'm just trying to fix the weird green screen stuff.
I need to go to Target on our way home tonight.
Okay. Here's a picture of the museum and the top of Dee Dee's head. Wicked.
Hathorn House. Can't see it from here. Must be deeper in through the trees.
Through that path or whatever. That's to the left of the sign.
What?
The path that's there to the left of the sign, that's how you get to the Hathorn
Not
House.
yet. There are some more things I'd like to look
You have to
into
finish
before I'm
everything
done.
that's on the tour before you can go. It's Roger. I'm a big dumb idiot.
No, you're not.
You skipped a Raven thing.
Where?
Right behind where you're standing right now. Right there.
Oh. Good lord, I'm never gonna find these things.
That's why if you right click the tablet like I had and there's a place you can put a pumpkin.
Yes.
Yes. You can right click the tablet while it's in your inventory and it'll give you a list of where all of the plaques are.
But some believe they
Gotcha.
belong to those sentenced for witchcraft.
I didn't hear you tell me
A condemned witch was forbidden
I was
from
trying to
being
pay
buried on consecrated ground. But many victims were buried by
DD and
loved ones.
D-Way.
And some may have found their eternal rest beneath these unmarked graves.
Yeah, so like right click the tablet. See, it has a list and she checks them off. So you have to go to the sinkholes, the Accused Witches Memorial, and the Little Liberty statue, and the Puritan statue.
Like the one inside the thing? Are they all in the cemetery?
No.
No, they're not all in the cemetery?
They're not all in the cemetery.
Oh, okay.
But there are a few more in the cemetery. The Little Liberty, or the Accused Witches Memorial, and and the Little Liberty statue are both in the.
I thought the Accused Witches Memorial is in there.
The
Puritan statue.
No, that's the Puritan statue. The Accused Witches Memorial
It's
is
not
in
the wall?
cemetery. No, it's not the wall. It's that.
This thing?
Yeah.
Can I put 3 pumpkins on this?
No, those are not.
Oh, okay.
Those are just
good, because I'm like, that's a lot of pumpkins.
But you should still look at that anyway.
I'm trying.
It does lag for me, and I've knocked down the quality as much as I can.
Before you stands Abigail Hathorne, helping the accused witches escape the grasp of her own brother, Judge Hathorne himself. Abigail freed many from their holding cells until the judge caught her in the act and locked her up in a cell deep within the Hathorne house. The statue was given the name Little Liberty in honor of her valiant efforts to free the innocent. Before you stands Abigail Hathorne, helping the accused witches escape the grasp of her own brother, Judge Hathorne himself. Abigail.
Okay.
I would look at the statue too.
I did.
Up there?
Yeah.
Clicked on it.
No, I can't click.
Click this right there.
This?
Yes, click.
Oh.
And then you can.
Why?
You can right click and spin to see the sides of the.
Oh, gotcha. This makes no sense.
How did these people not get caught burying their family?
W. This is the same marking as in Mosam
She looks
Castle.
at me weird. My
What a
rickety
strange
wheelbarrow just happened to break around the same time. Witch! That's all you wanted to see was that.
Gotcha. I don't want to talk to Deirdre. She's not useful.
Okay, I think that might be all of them in the.
Huh.
Did you listen to that, or did you just put the pumpkin on the thing?
No, it's the one with the unmarked graves.
Okay. I'm trying to remember if there's any more in the cemetery or not.
So this game is literally about.
Oh, maybe that is.
That's what I said.
Oh, I didn't know that was. I didn't remember that was one of them.
It was a time of horror when the witches who walked the earth were wrongfully prosecuted and thus stripped of
what this game is
everything.
about
These
is
are the ghosts you'll
a
find
witch
here
hunt
Salem.
in a town
Their
with a history of
homes
witch
taken,
hunts.
Yeah.
Their knowledge destroyed, their lives erased.
As Olivia, I think, pointed out, poor Nancy would be accused of being a witch immediately because she was a redhead. What about warlocks, though? Yeah, none of those existed, I guess.
They accuse some men of witchcraft.
That's true. That one guy got executed that was accused by that 14-year-old boy. How did you know they were awake after sunset unless you were awake, too? Witch!
Done. This looks great. Now to find a nice place to put it.
difficult to catch a witcher.
The Salem Museum, known formerly as the Town Hall. Not only a great resource for the Salem witch trials, it also holds records of other interesting facets of our local history. Anyone visiting Salem does well to seek out the forbidden knowledge hidden in these halls.
So Columbla D? Should I call you D? Is that cool? So you just have the sinkhole. If you're a Nancy Drew fan, what's your favorite Nancy Drew game? If you want me to call you something else, just let me know. But
Oh there, watch your step. In recent years, these maws into the deep unknown have opened. There was once a vast network of tunnels beneath Salem, used by smugglers during the Prohibition era. Most would have you believe that these tunnels are now collapsing. But you have to wonder, if there could be something more sinister behind these sudden maws into the underworld.
Okay, I'm officially exhausted. Let's head back to the Perry house, okay?
Stay tuned for Danger, Secret of the Scarlet Hand, Treasure in the Royal Tower. Those are my faves. My favorite is Secret of Shadow Ranch. And Colin's favorite is still Ghost of Thornton Hall.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, you guess so? Colin may be doing a re-ranking in the future. Maws into the deep unknown. Ma'am, if you know what's under it, it's not a deep unknown.
Look, there's my pumpkin.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't think that one's.
So, any thoughts?
First album was better.
Yeah, totally. It's good.
Really? You like this?
Why wouldn't I?
Yeah, well, they were much better before they changed their bassist.
I meant the case. What do you think about it?
I don't like the judge.
Yeah, I kind of got
does?
that. I think the feeling's mutual.
Well, he's a jerk. Maybe he burned down the Hathorn house. What? You don't think so?
Did you get the lighter on the porch? No.
I tried to click it.
That Olivia was using is so similar to what I saw in Austria.
I don't think the Witch of Salem is burning anything except people's hard-earned money. Those magic tricks are for kids.
If May were willing to give an alibi, we could clear this up tonight. She's not talking to anyone, it seems. We are all allowed to enjoy some amount of privacy, but her refusal to be interviewed leads me to believe she is hiding something.
I can't believe you, Drew. I thought you were here to help.
What you looking for?
You know, not everyone can be as brilliant and cold as you are.
I'm not cold. And I never said I was brilliant either.
You need to get May to trust you. If she trusts you, she'll open up and tell you the truth. And then you'll see. You're
No, her
kind
hands
of
are
my
like
last
this.
hope to reach her.
You're like...
You're good at finding ways to get people to open up. Usually. So find a way.
I'll try.
I don't understand this music.
There's like the game music and then
Hi.
there's the music May is listening to.
Hey, what are you listening to?
You like this?
Yeah, we were listening on the way over. First album was much better. Yeah, too bad they changed bases.
Yeah, I know, right? It's just, you don't look like you listen to this music.
Why does no one believe me?
Now you know how I feel.
I can only pick one of these.
I don't think so.
Well, I only got to pick one thing with Deirdre. The car.
True. Did the makers of Food Fight animate this game because you unironically wear the same green horse shirt, Nancy?
You don't know me that well, but I'm here to help you.
I didn't burn down the Hathorn house.
Okay. Why does
You don't look angsty enough for this elevator music.
I look different. Or something like that.
That doesn't seem like a good reason to burn down a building.
What can I say? We're stupid.
Just put an instrumental jingle in the game, so that's hip, right, kids?
I appreciated it.
Oh? Why? Because it's historically significant?
It was built by a cold, brutal man who sent a bunch of people to their death because he didn't understand them. I appreciate being reminded of what happens when greedy people stay in charge.
Did you know Frances Tuttle very well?
No. But I know her daughter Lauren has that shop, Luminous Infusions.
You ever been inside?
No. Why would I go there?
I was just wondering if you knew her.
I don't.
I'm sure.
I know she used to hang with my sister back in the day. But I guess they fell out or something. That's all.
I wish I had.
You can.
these
I
to
said.
put in my-
I gave those. I kept those for you.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna put them in my time caps.
Okay.
Can you tell me anything about Olivia Ravencroft? Anything at all?
I can tell you she doesn't get along with my sister.
Really? Why?
I don't know. They had some falling out a while ago. You should ask her.
Do you think
Both
Olivia
had
could
different
have any
directions
reason
they
to
wanted to
light
go
the
for the
Halfway
coven,
House on
so
fire?
they had to
Let me
split.
put it this way.
The sea oven.
Olivia is what we
Sea
call in
oven.
this town part of the witch business. Anything dramatic, spectacular, or with fire, she's usually involved.
So you think she did it?
I didn't say that. I just think it's possible that she could have.
Okay. Thanks. Your sister really cares about you.
She has a strange way of showing it sometimes.
Well, she cared enough to get Deirdre and I involved.
I worry about her.
How come?
She takes her work really seriously. Like, she cares. A lot. Like, way more than most normal people do for their passion projects. It's not a hobby, it's more like something she has to do.
Kinda sounds like me.
I hope not. It's like her personal crusade, like only she can make it better or something. You can't live your life like that. You need to enjoy it. Enjoy it with people you love.
I think it's a combination of the writing and.
Oh gosh. Thank you for gifting us up to the bot. Appreciate that.
I think it's a combination of the voice acting and just the writing, but I think this is the most well-developed character in this whole game.
Look,
I would agree.
I spoke with the judge. They don't have anything on you. All we need is an alibi, and then they can't charge you with anything.
And they're not going to have anything on me. Because he can't prove I did it.
Then why not just give the police an alibi? That's all they need.
I just can't. It's not only about me.
Her fingers just went through her phone.
But I can't help you or anyone else if I don't know who they are.
We can cut the music down, I think, in the game.
Appreciate what you're trying to do, but I can't.
You and the judge know each other. Have a history?
The man thinks I'm a bad influence.
Why?
Because I used to be friends with his son. His son has had an interesting life, and he thinks it's my fault. He holds a grudge against me.
Really? That sounds surprising.
You live in a small town long enough, people make up their minds about who you are. Doesn't matter if it's true or not. It just is.
My dad lived in Salem.
Really?
I'm done talking, okay?
Yeah.
I've heard it's a really beautiful town. Okay, so let's go to the settings up in the corner there, yeah. And do advanced. And scroll all the way down to... See how to turn everything on low and off? Just cut that music volume maybe a smidge down. Yeah, and apply. Maybe that's better. Who knows?
Oh, it autosaves. That's nice.
Yeah, that's cool.
Deirdre's convertible.
I don't know what's on our checklist. Talk to Deirdre. That's it. I messed with the settings on my game, but it doesn't
Well,
really change much.
she's
Oh,
protecting
really?
something.
That's lame.
Someone.
Okay, yeah, obvi. But what?
I don't know yet. I'm getting through to her, though. We have to go to the Hathorn house. Tonight.
Tonight? Like, in the dark?
Yeah.
In the dark?
It's not that dark. There's pumpkins everywhere.
I told you about that.
Yeah.
Right?
We make pumpkins.
You know what? Better
Pumpkins.
They're on the candles.
You stay here and see
everywhere.
If feels like talking to you.
Be careful out there, Drew.
There's no such thing as ghosts, Deirdre. I'll be fine.
No, not ghosts. People swear there's something in
I
that
got
house.
it to change, but I had
Too
to bring
many
it
people
really
believe
low
it to
before
not
it
be
would
true.
affect anything. That
Could be a
sucks.
wild animal or a toxic waste dump. I don't know. Just keep your
Toxic
guard up,
waste dump,
okay?
yeah.
Yeah,
totally
pumpkins.
makes sense.
That was really sweet.
We make them. We
Right,
carve them.
let's not hug or anything. You should check in with Lauren Holt. She still lives up there.
Nancy
Take
carries
the
a
keys
Oh,
to the house.
sure. What
It's
the
way
heck?
Too far of a walk all the way there.
Both for light and
And,
something to throw.
Things happen after midnight in Salem. Be careful.
So I wonder if things will happen after midnight in Salem, or if her interactive is gonna fold up. Isn't there a candle up here somewhere?
Yep.
Ha!
Good job remembering.
You say that like you're surprised.
The cool thing is when you put the pumpkin in the window and you go outside and you turn around and look around, I think you can see the pumpkin through.
I think that's why they make it so that it faces the, is this the front door?
Yep. I assume that something happens at midnight, but there are no clocks in this game. Can you see it? If you go like forward one step and then turn around, look up. I mean like forward toward the door once and then look up. Oh, maybe not?
Ah, she'll be fine. Everything's
Well, that's
fine.
lame.
It's
Why'd we even put it
fine.
out?
It's
Oh,
fine.
it's on
Yeah,
the
yeah,
side of the
yeah,
house?
no,
Maybe
it's
we have
fine.
to go
She'll be
down to the
fine.
side of the house.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
I hope this game sold well enough that they learned the criticisms that came from this. I don't know. Maybe this is pointless. Be careful, Nancy. What? Nancy never to be careful? She's never gotten hurt.
Nope. Oh well.
I don't
We know
about
it's. I know it's there, and that's all that matters.
It's Nancy's little nightlight when she goes to sleep. Hey, Deirdre, I'm gonna
I like how
take
the
your
car.
car.
I like how
Okay?
the car just starts up by itself. She has like a auto start feature on that old car. Can I go back in here and make another pumpkin? Or is
That's
it,
the
that's the
courthouse.
wrong building.
I don't know.
I like how there's no angry rioters and that.
You can see Deirdre in the window. Yeah, and if you like come right out of the front door, like you're on the porch and you look to the right, you can see her through the window there too.
It's locked.
Dang it! I wanted to make more pumpkins.
We gotta wait till morning.
The shops aren't making a lot of.
Be quiet, Nancy.
Also, that second door you can go through when it's open.
This
It's locked.
But it's not open right now.
is this that luminous something?
No, this is Olivia's like magic shop or whatever.
Oh, okay.
Luminous Infusions is the other
Is
one.
that
that's
one
locked.
over here?
Yeah, and that's Lauren's shop.
It's not the one with the raven.
No,
You can't go in that one. The one with the raven in the window.
in the front corner, front corner.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't ever go in that one.
I like how they just keep the cemetery unlocked at night. You know, I don't think cemeteries should lock. Because, like, we have several cemeteries in Charleston, and a lot of them are in churches downtown. And it's like in a historic area of downtown. And I get that, and a lot of them, but like, the gates are always locked unless it's like during normal business hours. And I get that they don't want people like going around and messing with stuff, because people would do that because people are stupid and crazy. But at the same time, I feel like those graves belong to the families. Like, you know, you have to buy a plot. So those graves belong to the families of the people that are buried there, and they shouldn't be restricted from visiting the graves of their loved ones, you know?
Yeah.
But I can understand, because there's a lot of like sick people in this world that desecrate graves, but, you know, I just feel like it's sad that like Saint Michael's and like, it's closed up all the time. You can't ever walk around down there unless it's, like, broad daylight.
Yeah. I don't know why my frames per second are suffering so bad right now. Sorry for the lag you guys are probably experiencing. They just don't want to pay for 24/7 surveillance. Hi, Niviak. How are you?
What was that? Like weird noises? Is that what's happening?
Yeah.
Wow, Nancy has telescopic vision. Relieved breath.
Not creepy. Not at all.
What, Frank?
Nancy, you sound excited.
Yeah, well, guess where I am right now.
I, wouldn't even begin to. Salem, Massachusetts.
Joe, how the heck did you guys know?
We read about the Hathorn house in the Globe. Suspected arson.
We have a tracking device in
Your name was mentioned. Not as a suspect, obviously. Tegan Perry mentioned she had
Definitely
hired
not as
you to
scary as
investigate.
Dee Dee being right behind you.
Can I look around or anything while I'm on the phone?
Yeah, you can
You're
right-click
Shannon?
drag, I think.
Wow, that's surprising.
Yeah, it's a strange case all around.
That's it. Just at this scarecrow with the sheet on it.
So, what can I help you guys with?
Just cut to the chase and get off the phone with me. I'm busy.
My father would probably be more helpful than me, guys.
Yeah, well, we'd prefer to call you because of, you know, history. What my brother is trying to say is that there are some similarities to an old case we worked on.
Sure. If you want to send me your notes, I can look them over for you.
Great. That's great.
Salem's pretty close to Boston. If you guys have the time, you should come up here and check it out while I'm in town.
Really? Yeah. It would be good to catch up. I don't know, Nancy. With our special detective powers, we might be mistaken for witches. Heard they don't fare well up there.
Are you kidding me? They love you guys. Did you know that Salem is the only police force that has a witch as an official emblem?
I don't think that's
Yeah, they
true.
have witches all over the
I'll bet you
police
on
cars.
Okay, you're on. I'll take payment when we arrive in Salem.
Frank,
Maybe
honey,
in
you're
a
being
week
a
or so.
little obvious.
A week?
Hopefully, I won't be here then. But if you can make it up earlier, great.
Good talking to you, Nance.
Yeah, same to you two. Bye.
I don't understand the point of that whole conversation.
Just that the Hardys are close by. Frank is so thirsty in this game. He really is. It's kind of like dumb.
And Nancy doesn't have a boyfriend or anything.
Right. What is that?
It kind of annoys me that, like, during these cutscenes where you can't do anything, your mouse is still just like blah 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 blah.
Like you wish they'd disappear the cursor.
Yeah, so it's like I know it's a cutscene.
What are you doing here?
Are you Lauren Holt?
You're trespassing. This is private property.
Why are you pointing
I'm
away
giving
from
you
the property?
One chance to explain yourself.
To
Explain yourself. What is this right now? So for real, what was that
I
like?
need to speak with Lauren Holt.
So, what?
Someone was mentioning that the guy who voices Frank wrote Francie fanfics when he was a kid.
know her or something?
Seriously?
No, but I want to.
She was a great woman.
I believe it. She was the former owner of this place, right?
I think I saw her concept art.
You can come in.
Sure, I'd love to come in a burnt out house.
Hi, my name is Nancy Drew.
Lauren Holt.
Explain yourself. Exactly, Riddy.
Please.
Tea sounds good.
Here a while?
Since I was 11. Ever since Frances. Sorry. Still hurts. She was very special.
So this house caught fire?
No. This is the little side house that used to
You're here
be
because
like
why
servants'
again?
quarters way back in the day,
investigating
and it's where
the
Lauren is
fire.
currently living
For
while the
whom?
house is
Exactly.
half.
A cousin
Gotcha,
of
okay.
Perry's. It seems like everyone thinks she did it, but There's no
Her
evidence.
hands are huge.
But there's like a little building
Look how
off the
big
main
her
house.
hands are.
I know, she has scary long alien hands.
Used to feel sorry for her, but I don't know what she's capable of now. Or Tegan, or both of them. The Perrys look out for themselves, and no one else. Always have. Sorry.
Excuse me.
I've just been under a lot of stress lately. I don't mean to sound like that. Anyway.
Excuse me, did you put the kettle on, or exactly?
I feel like you should be polite, Nancy.
I really do appreciate you talking to me.
It's hard. I want. Look.
You have scary long alien hands.
The house, but
I don't know.
I want to stay here. It means something to me. It's the only home I've ever had.
Her hands are longer than her head and neck. They're like her wrist is like imagine if her wrist was here and her fingers were like up. My fingers were up to here.
Is your hand as big as your face?
Not really. No.
Oh my gosh, your hand is tiny.
Yeah.
Holy crap! No, spread your fingers out. Oh my gosh!
I still don't have that
so
big of a hand.
Small.
What about your hand?
Tiny hands.
Compare hands.
What, you gotta do it this way. Put your palm at the base.
Just a little smaller than yours, but not like by a ton. But I'm also smaller than you.
Did you ever do that prank when you were a kid? It's like if your hand is bigger than your face, you have cancer.
Yeah, and you're like, whoosh.
Yeah. I did that to a kid one time, and I was like 13, and this kid was like
You're
8.
making me get up right now to compare my hand to face ratio. Mom's hand on V's face. Someone clip that.
Is Luminous Infusions your shop?
Yes.
What do you do there? Just curious.
It's a tea room and modern apothecary. You know, before there was a pharmacist, the town relied on an herbalist to provide medicines for headaches and sickness and energy and stuff like that.
Interesting. Did Francis Tuttle teach you this?
No, I taught myself.
Oh, cool.
What I learned about Oblivion lockpicking. Listen for a tink-tink noise, click the mouse button, repeat a few times, then almost get killed by the dog that was sleeping
Judge
behind
John
the door.
Hathorne
Oh,
in
okay.
1695. The man flat out stole the land from the people he sentenced to death. Property has changed hands many times over the years, with Francis Tuttle being the most recent owner.
Yes, welcome back. Lauren, are you gonna try to sell essential oils to me?
Have you looked
Yeah,
for the well?
she is.
Of course, but I can't find it. Believe me, I've tried to find it. And now the judge has given me days to deliver or the town will take control. I don't have a copy, but I know one exists.
F's in chat for
Francis
Moocher not
told
having
me
a
all
mirror
the
nearby.
time that the Hathorne house and its grounds would be mine if something ever happened to her. She knew that I would take care of this place better than anyone else.
Look how blonde my hair looks
What
right
happens to you?
Isn't that weird?
I won't be here
It's the
anymore.
light.
Yeah, we have a lot of light
I
going
have
on here.
representation.
Yeah, I know.
A
It's
professional
kind of like-
lawyer.
Are
Her
you okay?
name's
Playing this
Alicia
game.
Cole. She's helping me out.
Yeah, I'm okay.
What were you doing 2 nights ago?
2 nights ago? Why? The house was burned a week ago.
Different case. Might be related.
I was in my shop, like I was every night.
Anyone see you?
Tourists. No one who is still in town, but I have sales receipts to
Let's play
prove
some
it.
Call of Duty.
You
No
come by
thanks.
Luminous Infusions, and I'll show you.
I don't 360 no
So,
scope anything.
I saw the ghost out in the cemetery.
The scarecrow?
Yeah. I've heard there were ghosts out here, but all I saw was that.
Do you believe in ghosts?
I've seen a lot of weird things. So far, I've yet to find one.
So
without
I'm a little
rational
peeved that I can't ask her what the
Then
light
there's
was
nothing
in
to
the
talk about.
window.
Why does everyone
Yeah.
think there are ghosts out here?
A town this old is bound to have some unbelievable stories.
So you've seen one.
You don't live here. You wouldn't understand.
So you have.
I'm getting a little tired. I think we've talked enough, don't you?
Of course. Thanks for your time. I appreciate it.
Okay, bye. For real though, Holland.
Whoever is doing this, you're not frightening me away.
It's like
Not
the
possible.
exact
Not
same as
possible.
the statue. The fact that they gave her a name kind of ruins the scariness.
Yeah.
Did that jump scare you?
It did the first time.
What's
Oh,
going
my
on?
pumpkin.
You weren't answering your phone. What's wrong?
I saw it. Her. I guess it could have been him too. It was too confusing to really make out.
What are you talking about?
The ghost, Deirdre. The ghost at Hathorn House. The one you were talking about.
That
I
is
saw
so
it.
loud, you can't even
Wow.
hear them
Never
talking.
thought you'd try to pull a joke like this. I underestimated you. This is a really good performance. Very un-Nancy Drew-like.
It's not a joke. Deirdre, I saw her. Didn't you want me to see it? Didn't you want me to look into it?
Well, yeah, but I didn't think for a second that you would. I guess I thought
What
you'd
is
go
this?
up there and
Right here?
find
It looks like it's a
smoke
star
and
made of
mirrors
newspaper
or
clippings.
Whatever
Probably
it is
is.
you do. You're saying it's real?
I don't know what I'm saying. I'm not used to being so freaked out.
Wait, you didn't leave my car out there, did you?
What? No. Calm down enough to drive back. It's outside.
Good. I could get you more chowder.
Don't think it'll help. I need answers.
Okay. So
Nance,
let's
this
go
isn't
through.
you. Get out, imposter.
You find working in
Exactly.
this
I wouldn't accept tea from a stranger, especially one that was aggressive to begin with like 2 minutes ago.
I found out something.
I thought you called
interesting
Deirdre your
more.
pumpkin.
Did you know that Francis
Hey,
Tuttle
it's
had a will?
Pumpkin!
Hey, my
Judge
pumpkin!
Danforth never mentioned
No, the pumpkin that I
Does
carved.
it find it? They assume it doesn't exist.
that. So if it does exist,
I feel like
Lauren
Pumpkin would
get
be
the
a good
estate.
name if you had a pet pig.
Oh, and
Like,
that
name your pig
lawyer,
Pumpkin?
Alicia Cole,
Yeah.
That would be
represents
cute.
her.
How's that working out for her?
There doesn't seem to be much progress.
I like this
Yeah,
green
well,
screen.
without a will, what could she really
Yeah,
do?
put my head up against it.
Yeah. It's got a little substance
I don't know
to
how
it.
to
Yeah.
explain it, but I saw something.
I don't know what to tell
Clues
you,
do.
Drew. It's as
Trademark.
weird as moonshine cheese ice cream and sandals with socks. But my instinct is
That the two are related. The fire and the ghosts.
right. You're not buying Olivia's story that some coven of witches came here to unleash ghosts to take revenge by burning it down, though. Right?
Right. I think.
Hey, look, pumpkin in every photo.
You really think what you saw was real?
It's worse than that.
Dee Dee's grown
I
on me
think in
too,
order to
Angel.
know, I need to see it again, and you need to come with me tomorrow.
Okay. And then we can plan road trips to find Bigfoot and aliens and the Loch Ness Monster.
Hey, sounds fun to me.
The Loch Ness
Been a long
Monster.
day.
The Loch Ness Monster
You
is
do
a
look
proven hoax,
kinda-
by the way.
Well, maybe don't video chat with the boyfriend. At least not until you get the twigs out of your hair.
Ned loves me no matter how I look.
Appreciate your concern. Hey,
What? You
As
want
long
that
as he's
chowder
not with
now?
that girl.
The offer expired.
I was going to say, we make a pretty good team.
See? That's proof right there. You are definitely hallucinating.
Yeah, I like Deirdre in this game.
I liked Deirdre okay, and I liked her less in Alibi and Ashes, but
Gotta remember that.
What is the town of Greenwich, New York?
Sorry?
They have a witch on their emblem.
best friend of me Supernatural World Tour.
Giving you a pick. When can we expect payment?
That's a fire department logo. I said police.
Public
Hey,
safety.
here,
all
it's
the same.
important to be through.
Technicality.
Crash, crack. Yeah, exactly.
There's something I have to
I
get
do that
off
all
my
the time,
chest.
Ready?
I saw a ghost.
Sorry, what?
This case. I've never seen anything like it. It felt real.
It's really helpful having this on the TV.
Okay.
Because if I had to lean over at
Yeah,
that, I,
no
would,
more. It
I like
so
just having it on the
happens that
TV in
no
general.
technical
I feel like it's a lot easier.
I mean, we can do that moving forward if we
Yeah,
want to.
it, I feel like I don't
Be
just
there
strain my
before you know
eyes
it.
as much.
Only if you
Dee
really
Dee in
want.
Ash is the best thing ever,
Talk to you
just to
later.
set the record straight. Oh, okay, CJ. I didn't mean to mess with your woman. I love sitting outside an ice cream parlor for hours and days. How about you?
What am I looking at?
The ceiling.
Oh. Anything dripping?
Yes.
sunshine.
I'm thinking there's something in
What
that tea.
time is it? It's early. Hurry up, get dressed, and meet me downstairs. I have something to cheer you up.
What did Frank expect as payment? I've
Was
never
that-
seen. Yeah, exactly, CJ. This is one problem I do have with this game. Nancy's like, I've never seen anything like that, except you have multiple times.
Yeah.
And one thing about Nancy is that she's always like, this has an explanation, and I'm gonna find this explanation.
Like
and this
Shadow
time
at
she's
the
just
Water's
like,
Edge.
oh my god, the ghost! And I'm like,
She's like, I saw a ghost. It's like in Shadow at the Water's Edge. I feel like this is like the same thing. Can you read it there?
Don't look behind you. Something steal your something.
a ghost will steal your
Soul. Oh. May's not talking. Did you say something to her? Nothing in particular. This is honestly giving me the chills. Can't believe you're actually going out there. And if you see a ghost, don't let it steal your soul.
Okay, Deirdre. What is this lame music? Shadow was definitely the scariest game. Kerr had scarier and creepier nightmares. That was the one jump scare everybody says freaked him out. I like this part of the game too.
It didn't freak me out at all.
I feel like this is a Joker thing. Like there's two Nancys in time, but they pretend they've been the same person this whole time. You can make text go faster by clicking them. I'm just trying to read them because they're so small, because I had to crank the resolution down just to get it to stream. Kerr is Curse of Blackmore Manor.
There's something smoking, guys.
Oh my.
The Hardy Boys
oh my,
literally don't
oh
care.
my, not good, not good, not good.
This one cares.
VBudkey is live. VBudkey is streaming 2 hours of chin close-ups. I'm so sorry.
They're trying their best to unimpress me. Mission accomplished.
Nancy, hi. Joe was just, making an effort.
See, Frank's always been the calm, cool, collected one, which I don't get why he's like, Nancy.
But he
I'm
wants
like,
to prove he can do it.
bruh.
Thirsty.
He is apparently, but he wasn't
ingredients for
thirsty in
Johnny
any of
Cakes.
the other
Making him-
games that they
It's
did
making
together.
him nervous
It's been a while
because
since
he
I last whipped
wants
something up.
Nancy.
Successfully.
Oh,
And Joe is
I love
his
Johnny Cakes.
wingman.
Of course you can. All right.
Don't you love how no one is coughing or anything, or I don't know, trying to fan the air?
No, see this right
All right,
here?
we gotta make breakfast.
You see this? Oh, jeez. See this right here? You know what this is? It's called a range hood. You turn it on and it helps ventilate stuff out of your kitchen.
Also, finally, a great-looking pair of Hardy Boys since Train. Yeah, they haven't looked good since last Train to Blue Moon Canyon, but
I'm just gonna sit down and
But I
you
do
guys
like-
can cook me breakfast.
I do like their character design, but I don't like that they made Frank into this, like, nervous, like,
All right, let's see.
boy.
Step 1. 1
Nancy,
cup
oh,
of
hi!
1 cup of sugar.
Do you hate this game? I'm sorry.
This can't be right.
I told you I couldn't keep up with her, so I improvised. I'm 100% certain about the amounts, though.
Let's approach this sensibly. What do we need?
So we have to figure out what the recipe actually should be.
Well, it's definitely a cup of flour. No, wait. Flour, sugar, salt, bacon. We know those are the ingredients.
And cornmeal.
Cornmeal is not on this list. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4.
But we need 5 ingredients, so cornmeal is definitely one.
Well, if these are Johnny Cakes, it's probably a cup of flour and a cup of cornmeal.
I'd agree.
And then it's probably sugar, salt, and baking powder. It's definitely a teaspoon of salt. Probably a tablespoon of baking powder and 2 tablespoons of sugar.
Go for it.
Will you help me remember that?
Yeah, so, well, you can pick up the recipe as many times as you want.
So we'll do, what is this?
Sugar, salt, flour, cornmeal, 1 cup of cornmeal,
Looks right to me.
1 cup flour.
I think you got it.
Oh, shut up.
Joe will tell you, like,
Well, I don't want him to.
I guess the whole Frank crushing thing went over my head for all this time, all these years.
tablespoons.
Well, it was
1
subtle
spoon
before.
of
Yeah, Frank's always been chill about his crush.
1 spoon salt.
I thought
1
Johnny
teaspoon
Cakes was
of
someone's nickname.
salt.
Looks right to me.
Baking powder. 1 spoon of baking.
We're getting there.
1 spoon of sugar.
I think you've got.
1 spoon sugar.
We're getting there.
What is this?
That's to clean out the bowl.
All
if
right.
you do it wrong.
Second step. We have to fill the bowl until the weight is just right.
Quick heads up. This is about where things started to go south last time.
Hey!
So you have to do the
Let's
amounts.
just trust that Nancy knows what she's doing.
So,
You have to do it by weight. How do these compare to regular pancakes? Well, they have cornmeal, so I think they're more like...
no, you've never had them?
I don't think I've had Johnny Cakes.
Okay, Johnny Cakes are really good. It's like, I mean, it's basically like a pancake, but it's made with cornmeal, so it's not as, like, fluffy the way pancakes are. It's more of like a, it's really more like fried cornbread, is what it's like.
I've heard people say that, like, density-wise, it's kind of similar to, like, a latke, like a potato pancake, where it's, like, kind of dense and not as
Yeah,
thick.
it's not fluffy and, like, airy like a pancake is. It's like, it's kind of like the top part of a corn muffin if you had fried that and put syrup on it.
I mean, it sounds good.
It's really good.
Where can we go get Johnny Cakes? At the breakfast place we're gonna start.
No, you have to make them. We made them on Pioneer Day at school because they ate them as pioneers.
The other day we were talking about how we should all just start like a breakfast restaurant and everybody's in charge of a different breakfast food.
When next time you come visit, I will make you Johnny Cakes. For real.
CJ, come like tomorrow.
I'll make you some Johnny Cakes.
Tomorrow's a busy day.
8 ounces of milk, half an ounce of butter. We don't
Egg?
know how much egg, and 0.2 ounces of vanilla. So
And
what?
don't
We
forget
have
the
to do it by weight.
You
so...
have to get it up to 11.70.
Oh, so we just do them in order and then do the eggs last?
Sure.
So, how do you know how much you're adding?
That says 8 ounces of milk, so you'll put some milk in until it says 8 ounces.
Okay, got it. Half an ounce of butter. 0.2 of vanilla. Is this the vanilla?
Yeah.
And then egg.
That was just 0.1.
Oh,
that
was
added.
it? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wasn't paying attention.
That's 0.2.
And then egg.
You have them selected. And then dash a nutmeg. Based on this game, they last fine in pockets and stuff.
And then what, mix?
Yep.
That looks great.
Okay.
This is like math,
Finally,
the
my favorite
puzzle.
part.
I thought your favorite part was eating.
My next
My
favorite
favorite
part.
part's eating.
Dear
Please
goodness.
overnight me some Johnny Cakes, please,
Joe,
Helen, please.
Could you help me pour
Timing is
while I
important.
flip?
Don't flip the batter
Sure
raw. Be
thing.
ready to flip when steaming hot.
So he's gonna start pouring, and when they steam, flip them.
How do I know it's done? Just that?
Yep. They'll go on
This
the
is going
steamer.
great. I think. All done. They look super tasty.
You only have to get so many right,
Oh,
even if the batter's not done.
well.
Because they leave room for error, like if you mess one up. Breakfast time!
Ooh, these smell delicious.
Great job, Nancy.
These look amazing.
Frank, why didn't you just make the cakes?
Yeah, for real. If you guys know how
If
to
Joe's
make
the
it.
one that messed it up, like...
We're very interested in your case.
Uh-huh.
Cooking Nancy is the worst crossover game, but cooking in games is actually really fun. I like the cooking mini games most of the time.
Working on this, the better chance we have.
My
of
sister sent me a
solving the
text,
case.
I'm having Nancy
Oh.
withdrawals. Aw.
Joe, you need to learn how to cook. Maybe let Frank teach you. Otherwise, how are you going to impress anyone?
Who's
Solving
talking?
crimes
Nancy.
Oh,
impresses people.
right.
so does committing them. What? It's true. Not saying I'm impressed by that. Just stating a fact. I prefer someone who possesses a deep intellectual appreciation and table manners.
You want to be impressed? We should finally show her our business plan for our new business.
Yeah, I know.
What?
Do you realize
It's
how hard I
very
worked on these and nobody's
businessy.
eating?
Yeah.
Rude. You know how rude it is to
Well,
refuse food?
Joe and I have
Somebody's
been talking
cooked them for
recently
you?
about making things a bit more official.
Is Lola
Since
Joe's
we're always
boyfriend,
called to solve crimes,
girlfriend
we thought that maybe
from the?
we should start
Sorry,
getting paid for
is
it.
Lola Joe's
We're
girlfriend
starting
from
our
the
very
game
own
or from the
detective
books?
agency.
I can't
License,
talk.
insurance, the whole thing. And
I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick.
And
Okay.
Fill me in
we want to
after this
know
conversation.
if you'd be interested
Well, they're
in being
asking
a partner.
Nancy if she wants to be a partner if they created
Hey,
a detective
table that.
agency.
No, I work
Alright,
alone,
Drew.
boys.
Why not update everyone on where we're at?
You'd impress me by eating the food on the table. Oh, we're just gonna wait here. How about have the table manners to even touch the food I made for you? Everybody just stares sullenly at the table. Oh, funny. Her name is a bit weird. It's Iola. Oh, Iola. Okay. I've heard that name, Iola. It looked like Lola, but it's Iola. I gotcha. What's everyone's favorite Nancy food minigame in the series? Mine would probably be the Waverly Academy Snack Shop. But I think I like all of them. I would like the White Wolf of Icicle Creek ones more if you weren't like required to do it so often and have to interrupt what you're doing in the game to go cook. I think just how they implemented it in that game annoys me, which is why I don't like it as much, even though the cooking itself I don't mind. I liked looking at random things while people were talking. Nancy Drew and the Mystery of Iola. Oh yeah, cocktails in Castle Malloy are really fun as well, and parfaits in Danger on Deception, not Danger on Deception Island, Danger by Design are also really fun.
Parfaits? I don't remember that.
Yeah, you have to make parfaits at the cafe. Cafe Kiki.
Okay.
At the screen, I was able to turn at some point and Frank would just disappear. So Nancy said she would consider it. Or Deirdre said, let's not talk about this right now, about the whole business partner thing.
Uh-huh.
So that's where we stopped. Any of them except for the seafood. I don't know if that's actually food, because you're not preparing food, you're just like arranging food.
Check the town archives.
If it's all the same to you,
It's hard though.
I'd prefer to handle this.
I
We're
like
gonna look
bento a
into
lot
the history
too.
of
I don't know if
ownership
that
of the
counts.
Hathorn House. Right?
Yeah, sure. We can go together.
No. It's better if I handle this solo.
Sea of Darkness.
I'm a whiz with microfiche. Don't ask me why.
sounds like a story.
And I'm not going to tell it to you. Okay?
So, Nancy, what do you think we should focus on for the investigation?
Bento's hard? I really like bento.
I'm gonna answer this question with this statement.
So I guess you're wondering about the thing I mentioned.
Yes, sounds super exciting.
I already told them about the whole sighting.
Same, Riddy.
Yeah.
Same.
I can't explain it. Yet.
Even with the most modern scientific techniques available, there are many phenomena that we still cannot explain. I believe what you saw was real.
What?
What?
Sure, some sort of combination of gaseous
Oh,
blow-off
Lola's
and
a
light
song by the
refraction.
Kinks. Got it.
No, supernatural. A ghost, a real ghost, with thoughts and memory and
What?
agency.
I'm not so sure.
You never played Sea of Darkness?
I just built
A
some
lot
new
of the
equipment
later
that I'd
Nancy's are
love to
really
try out.
good.
I'm sure it's nothing, but we'll go to the cemetery today and investigate anyway. Maybe we can add ghost
No food
hunting
and
to our
crystal skull that
detective
you
services.
prepare, just that you can buy and eat.
Kidding.
Judge Danforth mentioned that he was the victim of a burglary.
What was stolen?
We don't know.
The judge was working with Tegan on developing a case for the Accused Witches organization.
The what?
The descendants of the accused witches of the 1692 Salem witch trials. They're staking a claim to the Hathorn estate due to unjust dispossession and execution of their ancestors. It's one of the reasons I searched for the Book of Apologies in Austria, as it contains a record of wronged families. Someone swiped it right under my nose.
Yep.
And around the time of the arson, there was a burglary at the judge's office.
Please show.
Too coincidental not to
I
be
guess
connected.
I could move the
That's
camera
exactly
along
what I
and
was
just
thinking.
show her.
I'd like to review the crime scene at the courthouse for any clues.
The judge might not let you do
Oh,
that.
there she goes.
He didn't sound very forthcoming.
True.
She's camera shy.
Maybe my father can convince him. They're old friends. I can give him a call.
All right. What else?
That's okay. I just like watching May looking back and forth at people
And
talking.
we haven't had the chance to collect any alibis yet.
We need to ask everyone we've met
Hello,
where they
kitty.
were on the night of the arson.
OMG, catch her, please.
Corroborating their
That's
answers
fine,
with
she'll be
whomever
back.
they were with will help bring into focus who is and isn't a suspect. We need to figure out how the theft from Mosam Castle is connected to this case.
Theft of what?
The Book of Apologies. My dad asked me to retrieve it from Mosam Castle in Austria as a favor for Judge Danforth, who works here in Salem. It details all the victims of the witch trials,
the judge
some of which are still
was the
unknown to
thief.
this day.
It wasn't a cat.
However, this book was stolen as well.
It was a dog. If the judge was the thief from Motion Castle,
great question.
Then
The resident historian told me the judge
the
who wrote
only
the
way
book
that it would make sense
willed
if
all his
he
belongings to be preserved
was the
beside
thief
whichever museum would,
would
have them at the
be
time.
if
That must
he
be how it ended up in an
needed
Austrian
Nancy to
castle for
open
safekeeping.
the
Well, that certainly didn't stop the thief, whoever it is.
to open the
I
drawer
can
and then
ask
he
around
could
about
take the book.
alibis during this
You know what I
time
mean?
period
Because
as
technically
well.
she was getting the book
See
for
if
her
anyone in
dad,
town
who was his
can't be
friend.
accounted for.
You know what I mean?
Might point us
So,
in the right direction.
I have something to add.
which sounds like a
Whoever is
Nancy Drew
responsible
thing.
for this
That would
crime
happen.
is going to
It's
great
like, I
lengths to
followed
cover it
you
up.
to
I
whatever.
don't know if these people are
I
dangerous.
don't think so. That
Remember
thief
that.
wasn't slouching.
True.
Frank, how could you not know already? In all my other mysteries, you knew every detail, even though I didn't tell you guys anything. So in this game, you can actually make more Johnny cakes by clicking on the recipe book.
Yeah, I'm good.
Oh, okay.
Hey,
You can give them to people to make them happy.
any better about the case?
Nope.
I can.
We're going to find out who did this, May. I promise.
You say so. Look, thanks for breakfast.
Thanks for
I just want to say,
breakfast.
I know you're trying to
breakfast
help,
here
but I think you're wasting your time.
Eggs and bacon.
You said you used to hang out at the Hathorn house, right?
Uh-huh.
Did you ever see anything?
Anything at all?
When you were there?
Did you have eyes?
Yeah.
No, never.
Oh, okay.
You're so
Ready
easy.
to talk about your alibi?
Thanks for
don't
making
have a
food that I didn't touch, but yeah, I
Don't go
acknowledge it
anywhere,
was
so I
there.
wasn't in Austria, if that's what you're thinking.
And on the night of the arson, giving us your alibi would help you so much. People tell me there's a good reason to suspect you, but no one can say why.
Isn't it obvious? I've got a burn mark covering the entire side of my face and like most of my arms.
I literally can't
Must
see
be
it
me.
because your hair's in the way.
Sorry that happened to you, and I'm sorry if people judge you for your burns.
I prefer it to pity.
Would you tell me what happened?
There was a fire. I was in it.
I'm not trying to pry. It's just that so far
She
the
doesn't
main
need an
cause
alibi
for
if there's no
suspecting
proof.
you of the Hathorn
True.
fire
Yeah.
seems to be this previous one.
But
I
it
only
helps
want to understand.
alleviate suspicion.
I was 9. It was an old shed, and I wasn't supposed to play in it. It was kind of a den full of stuff, like candles. I got stuck inside. You can work out the rest.
Hope the
So
ghost
it was
witches
an
enjoy your
accident.
Johnny cakes.
You were just a kid.
So confused.
Harsh
Thanks
to
for the stream
suspect you
being
now
on.
because of
Bye,
something
Mudfoot. Thanks
you
for
didn't
coming
mean to
in.
happen.
Don't make me
Ah,
talk
this is
about it now.
semi-sensitive, Nancy.
Yeah, for real.
Please tell me about your dead mother.
Tell me about your dead mom. Hey, you. Your mom.
Talk
She
to you
died.
later.
Tell me.
Everything about it and how she died. I want all gory details. Did you see her? Did you see her body?
Hey, I'm a total stranger. Tell me how your mom died. In graphic detail. Hey, relive traumatic history for me.
Tell me exactly what happened. Oh, you found her body? Tell me. Tell me about how you felt in those moments. Please recreate the scene. I don't understand why they call a child who got caught in a fire a burned horribly, an arsonist. Exactly. You can't go that way, unfortunately.
But I want to go to Miller's drugstore.
Sorry, you don't need any drugs.
Yeah, I do to get
What's
through
the
this
big
game.
holdup? The Perry brat has always been a little fire starter.
Only a matter of time until the neighborhood watch.
The system has gone soft.
They better book.
Be quiet. Nobody cares about your stupid opinions.
You can check what you have to do maybe from the phone. Love drugs, come on. Oh yeah, you can go into Lauren's shop today.
I'm gonna make another pumpkin.
Oh, you're getting texts. In game and in real life. Oh, you're making a pumpkin?
Yeah.
I don't remember where the rest of the candles are. Maybe CJ can help if we can't find any more candles. It must have been the same guy from Dog who fined Nancy for burning trash after she just narrowly escaped death. Yeah.
Ooh. Done. This looks great. Now to find a nice place to...
You want to check your texts?
Try and read down here.
A famous Nancy Drew, finally something ghostly conundrums. What is this? We're trying to figure out what could have caused you to see a ghost. Maybe an actual ghost.
Okay, it's just the Hardy brothers saying they're gonna try to investigate why you saw a ghost. Because it's so hard for me to read that.
Okay.
How does everyone know May? Oh, hey, Random, how's it going? How does everyone know May? I'm from a town almost 40,000 people smaller than Salem, and it's not like I know everybody there. True. I love the voice actor for his character. Fits so perfectly.
Thank goodness for...
Don't worry.
About time.
You mean Ranger Acres? Oh, you can go in both shops today that were closed yesterday. Which this one's actually connected to the museum.
Oh, well, gee.
Golly gee. Willikers. We actually have to call
Look,
it
it's the star they have hanging in their kitchen.
We gotta call it in a few minutes, just so you know, but we've got a few
You're
minutes.
back. Great. Let me guess. More questions?
Spooky how you could tell.
She does not look
Though
like
it
the same
harm
lady.
none, do
That was
as
up
thou
on the
wilt.
stage?
Yeah. I mean, I know it is, but she doesn't look the same.
I'm saying I guess it can't do any harm.
She probably put on her other blue dress. Why can't we buy terrible lo-fi souvenirs for Ned, like in Sea of Darkness?
Any witch tours?
I want to buy Ned a
No, I was not.
sword.
Okay. You remember what you were doing?
Actually, I had won a spa holiday at the Wayfarer Inn over in Marblehead. It was amazing. They used those glass cup things on my back. It was wicked crazy.
Oh. You have any receipts or...
It was all expenses paid. And I'd show you my back, but I'm a quick healer. Witch powers. It looks like it never happened.
This
You
is a
know,
mystery-solving game.
I had a flyer for the spa, but I threw it away this morning. Sorry, I know I'm not being helpful.
And look, it's
It's
Suki
okay. You
on
are.
the desk.
Thanks.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Buy him a Suki.
I want to put a pumpkin on her desk.
Okay.
See you later.
Oh, you're just gonna stop the conversation. You're probably gonna have to, yeah, get it lined up like just right, or right-click scroll. There we go. Well. Oh, you can't put one there. CJ's saying.
You're back. Great.
I've been going around asking everyone in town where they were on
Darn.
the night of the arson.
The night of the what?
Arson. At Hathorn House?
Why, I have no idea what you're talking
I feel like
about.
they're just trying to make her seem like the culprit by making her seem like completely guilty.
Kidding,
She has the
Nancy.
same powder
Don't look so
crack.
serious. I was here.
Which makes me
I think it's a ruse.
I think
doing my
it's
thing.
Or like a like a lead.
Had to have
It
been
makes
at
me
least
think
20
not
people
her.
who can
I feel
confirm
like
that. It really stinks that Lauren is going to lose her home.
CJ said it's not
Well,
orange enough of a
we'll see.
candle.
Yeah, of
guess
course.
not.
So, I've heard ghosts are haunting Salem.
Of course.
Yeah.
You believe it?
Hands are
How
just
could I
really
not
dry.
when I've seen them with my own eyes?
If you have
Really?
any.
Can you describe what you saw?
Sure. It was dark, foggy. I was walking through the cemetery. Or was it the town square? I don't remember, but I do remember a ghost. No, multiple ghosts. Spirits.
And did you ever see
I
any
feel like I put one
ghosts
there, but I
near
guess my
Hathorne
memories
House?
failed me.
As a matter of fact, I did. I
show them
told
the
you
dog.
that a coven of witches unleashed them on the town a few years back. They
Dog's
will not
back.
rest
Montana.
until they get their
Montana.
vengeance. Let
Montana.
me guess. You can't find proof
you
of a
cozy on
living
the
soul present at the house the night it burned. Maybe the culprit wasn't among
Is
the
everyone
living.
drinking water? Please drink
That
water.
sounds even harder to
You're
prove.
drinking water.
Have you seen the restless souls of Salem, Nancy?
I've seen something, but I'm not willing to just believe it's real. I need more.
That's like the first indication that you have that Nancy
They'll
doesn't
still
believe it's a
find
real
you
ghost.
whether
What a
you
cute
believe in them or
coyote.
not.
She does kind of look like a coyote,
You
I
might want
guess.
to avoid the
but
cemetery.
that's my grandma's dog.
It's about you, Tegan, and Lauren when you were kids.
Why are you interested in this? We grew apart. It happens.
I found an old photo from back then. It had the name Coven on it. Look. Was it the one you talk about in your show?
You found this photo at Tegan's house? I didn't peg her as sentimental.
So was it the same one?
Well, yes. Same coven. We heard about it as kids, I guess. We were all into history and witches. We still are.
And yet you've never made up.
I don't get why you care.
Can't help it. It's a mystery, even if you all tell me it isn't. See you later.
Maybe try to back up.
Hey there, girl. Can't tell if you're supposed to be cute
It had the name
or
Coven on
creepy.
it. The name? Yeah, exactly. Go, like, back up and see if you can, like, place it from there. That is so weird. Maybe if she's not here at a point in the future. I think that's gonna make you try to talk to her.
Yeah.
Well, she did say, "Hey there, girl," to the cat, so it kind of seems like she recognizes it a little bit. Alright, should we call it there?
I'm gonna go into, the herbalist thing, and then save it, like, in there, so I remember where we
The
are.
shops aren't making a...
Where is it, though?
You have to go back toward, like, the big hill, like...
Oh, right, this
Okay.
way.
Yeah, it's right there. Behind that guy. Yeah, there it is, right in front of you.
Right here?
No, right in front of you.
There.
There.
Oh, you're here.
Yes, I am.
It's gonna start
This
a
shop is really
conversation.
cool. I love the decor.
Thank you. It's taken a lot of years to get it the way I want.
I kind of imagined this is what an actual witch's shop would look like.
Yeah.
Seriously, you have all these herbs. Look, St. John's wort, mandrake root. You know, witches were just synonymous with people who used the old medieval ways of working with plants and animals.
Game's going
For
good,
meals,
Celeste. Welcome back. We're about to
healers,
finish for the day.
Shamans and confessors. You can see why some people might have been threatened by them.
I know, right? No leeches here, though. I draw the line at bloodsuckers. I'm glad you get it. A lot of people around here don't.
How so?
Some say I'm cashing in, not respecting history. People get so caught up in the death and judgment. But I was always interested in all of that lost knowledge, even as a kid.
I bet a lot of kids around here are fascinated by it.
Used to be.
Nancy just low-key wants to be a witch.
Oh, I have to talk to her.
Yeah.
In any modern witches come in? Olivia, perhaps.
I get plenty of people that come in curious to find something positive and healing in this town. Olivia typically isn't one of them, and that's just as well.
You disapprove of what she does.
She's always been like this. She thinks of history as a show that just needs more special effects. Never mind that real people got hurt. You've seen her little show? She's still talking about a recent coven in Salem.
Yeah, is that true?
No, like I said, she doesn't care about the truth or who gets hurt.
Okay. Do a save. Hopefully the game wasn't too terribly laggy or stuttery for you guys. I apologize for any lag or stutter that happened. But I think this is going to be the best we got for mid, unfortunately. So, that'll have to be what we do. Thanks, guys, for hanging out. We really appreciate it. We will be streaming next week, but then the next week after that, we will not be streaming. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Because we'll be out of town. So,
yes.
We'll see you next week. And I think I don't know. Definitely within 2 more streams, we'll have Midnight in Salem. So by February, we'll be moving on to our next project.
Yeah.
But it might take 2 more, but I don't think it'll take any more than 2 more. And if we do another long stream next week, we might be able to get it all done in one go.
Yeah.
But,
I'm trying to think of what's next week.
Thanks, guys, for being here. Have a wonderful rest of the day. Next game we will announce when we finish Midnight in Salem.
Yeah. Because
we might change our minds between now and then. So we'll tell you guys when we get closer. But by May, February? Yeah, exactly.
By May, February.
Have a good rest of the day, everybody. Take care of yourselves. I will be streaming Friday, probably Friday night. See you then. Take care. Bye, everybody.
Bye.